bygone era. And they seem to be kind of carving them out of this giant iceberg, as far as you can tell. But it looks like it's going to be a slow going because the lodges are so enormous, and the giants seem to be kind of taking it slowly. Giants live for hundreds and hundreds of years, so things are slow going for them. You're here to try and find and take back one of the runes that were gifted to the frost giant Jarl by Adam the Allfather, as he has become undeserving of that rune. And you've just started searching around trying to find said rune, and you've explored one of the lodges. Now, when you guys went out the back door through this ice tunnel, you immediately attracted the attention of some frost giants, and obviously they realized that you're not meant to be here. So they quickly gathered some of their men, half a dozen frost giants, and then they just entered through the lodge and have just started trying to lay waste to you guys. We ended the session with you guys in a fight with all these giants. And we're over here. Oops. Okay, Roderick's here now as well. It's a big map. Where am I? I'm completely lost. I just took you off the map and I'll just put you back on. Roderick, you should be long rested, so you're going to want to take that rest right now. But basically, yeah, I don't know how much of the recap you got, but you're in a frost giant lodge, and you were just staying near the airship. You've heard some commotion, so you've come to give aid. And yep. I'll roll you into initiative as well. I'll do a quick little recap of this battle terrain as well, just so everyone's on the same page with dimensions and whatnot. So yeah, have a think about what you're going to do for your first turn while I'm doing that. Okay, so the area highlighted in blue, for those of you can see it, like that slippery ice, it's difficult terrain. If you try to move through it, you have to make an acrobatics check, or is it a dex save? I think it's a dex save actually. Or you're going to slip over. There is a couple of frost giants coming to the north. One of them is armed with a great bow. It's just a giant version of a longbow that it's more like a composite longbow. It's been firing arrows at you guys. There's also these ice hunters, these tribalistic warriors that obviously seem to be from some of the small desolate islands in the area that have come under the enslavement of frost giants. You couldn't imagine the humanoids freely working with frost giants. So there's two of them coming from this part of the lodge. These are stairs. The ceilings are 30 feet high. The blue outline is, of course, the hole in the roof that leads to the second floor. Stairs are difficult terrain because they're 3 feet high and 3 feet wide. You have to literally climb up them. There are 4 more frost giants coming from behind the stairwell. Lily's concentrating on a wall of force, so she's kind of blocked off one section of the stairwell. And Than's got Bless up, so Norin, Rend, and Than are blessed. There's also a couple of Yetis that are accompanying these frost giants. So it looks like everyone's kind of making their way to the stairs to create a bit of a choke point. And you're up first, Lily.
Okay. I think I will use my action to put up a mirror image.
Okay.
And then I want to run up the...
I got some fancy new tokens as well. Not tokens, but like icons for some of the spells and stuff.
Those.
Alright, as you're climbing up the stairs, it's difficult terrain, so you've just moved about 70 feet or something.
I moved, yeah, it's 40 by measure. So let me go, okay, so 5, and then that leaves me 35, so 10, 20, 30. So there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Jarek.
Sorry about that. Can you guys hear me okay?
Yeah.
Excellent. It's funny, I just got back and I saw it switched to my turn. I was like, excellent. Wow, I can't see anything right now. So I'm gonna move. This is difficult terrain, you said, is that correct?
Yeah, stairs are difficult terrain.
Guess I could move to right there. That's 15 feet. And then I'm gonna cast. I don't have anything on me now, is that correct? From
Nope.
before?
And also, your familiar and Lily's familiar upstairs, kind of hiding in some barrels in the corner.
Yeah, I know. The scaredy kids. Do a mirror image.
All right, you throw up a mirror image as well, and a heap of shimmering images trail you as you move.
Perfect.
Than.
I think I will just book it, I guess. We're going up the stairs, right, everybody? Plan. So,
Yeah.
I am going to get to the stairs. Which part is difficult terrain?
The brown part.
Just the start.
Yeah.
So
It's just it. Yeah, the reason why it's difficult terrain is because of the stairs. You have to.
yeah, because they're so high. Yeah. So I don't think I have jump activated, but is there any way I can just try to jump? Would that still be difficult terrain if I try to jump in any way? Would that help me?
If you have the jump spell, you could kind of long jump at an angle, I guess. But without that, I mean, it's going to be difficult terrain.
No matter what. So, okay, I've got 70 feet of movement. If I'm in a bonus action dash, that's what I'll do. So that's 25 to here. And then I have, oh shit, what does that mean? 55 left?
Yeah. So
All right.
you go 5 squares up the stairs.
Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, and then I guess I'll just use dash for my action as well, and just keep going. I think, yeah, I'll just do that. So that give me how many more squares? 3 more squares or 4?
You'll have what, 40 feet?
35.
35? Didn't you
Yeah.
still have 5 feet left over?
Okay. So I can go.
That'll give you 40. So 4
Okay.
squares.
So I can get. All right. And I guess I'll end my turn there.
Alright, you're pretty much at the top of the stairs where you are.
Okay.
Alright. A heap of these tribal warriors start running forward. They're toting bone spears. And they're just running at you guys, screaming. One of them runs all the way up to Norin, taking a dash action. And another one runs up. When this one gets here, it throws the spear at you, Norin, and due to pack tactics, it's at advantage.
Okay.
It's a complete... Oh, 21? That is a hit, yeah. Hits you for 7 piercing. They've got a couple more spears kind of slung on these very... how should I say? Trying to think of the word. They're just some homemade leather wrapped in vine, kind of a sling, a quiver, you could say. They're very Spartan looking. Ren.
Alright. Move up here beside Norin real quick. Go ahead and rage. And then I'm gonna reckless attack that guy.
Okay. He just runs into your axe and slice him into pieces. Limbs go flying in the air. One of the frost giants can't help but chuckle.
Let's see, and then alright, I'm just gonna move right back there.
Alright, Norin, what you see is this large, shaggy yeti, cold horns and piercing, glowing blue eyes, clinging to one of the support beams, climbing and like jumping from location to location. It leaps from the support beam to the side of the staircase. Those of you on the staircase actually see a claw kind of
Come to the wood.
jump through the wall, basically, and you can feel a bit of a clamor, and it continues running along the wall. It's pretty much at the ceiling, 30 feet high, and just effortlessly claws its way along the wall there, and begins to look down at you. It lets out a bit of a Chewbacca. Alright, despite one of the tribal warriors being cut down, another one still rushes in at Norin. And the frost giants have kind of figured out where the wall of force is. You can hear him yelling, "Something blocking here! There is a gap!" The frost giant's going to squeeze his way around. Thomas and Than, you guys hear like the wood kind of creak and churn as the frost giant kind of squeezes his way through the side of the staircase, and little sheaths of ice kind of just fall down from the roof, from the walls, and it kind of splits some of the glaze on the walls. And you can just hear his enormous footsteps. And kind of just peeks around the corner, and you see like the tops of the horns of his helm and a massive great axe just jutting out the side of the staircase. Roderick.
So I can't see anyone from here.
Yeah, it's a good thing. There's a lot of frost giants out there, but this is the bottom of the stairs. When you look to the top of the stairs, there's a large open room. It's a massive lodge that you're in. Everything is giant-sized. Everything is like frigid, covered in ice.
Is that gap there big enough for a giant to get through?
Yeah.
Yeah.
A giant can squeeze through that area. Basically, a creature can squeeze into a space one size smaller than it.
Alright, yeah. Yep. And Norin is around the corner, isn't he?
Yep. Norin and Rend are down there, and everyone else is up on the stairs. I think everyone's trying to pull back and make a choke point at these stairs.
Yeah. Suppose could chuck a spike growth out further, but then Norin will have to run through it. I might prepare to cast spike growth out here, and I'll hold the spike growth throughout until Norin's around the corner.
Okay. I'll presume you yell that out to him.
Yeah.
That's what your plan is.
I will
Alright.
do that as soon as I can.
You cast the spell, Roderick, and just before you let it go, you hold on to it with concentration, getting ready to unleash it. And the trigger is if Norin gets to the stairs.
Yeah.
Okay. This frost giant has a massive great axe in its hand, and it stomps its way up to you, Norin. The Yeti is kind of clung to the ceiling about 15 feet over its head. and it just comes around with this great axe, wielding it in both hands with a massive horizontal arc straight at your torso. And
I use my awarding maneuver.
okay, with you just kind of stick your greaves into the ground, grab that trident or whatever you're using, and you catch the great axe blade, and it almost knocks you off your feet. It's with such ferocity. You are slow to riposte, the giant says to you, and he swings again. And this time,
word for a giant.
he just smacks the axe straight into this pillar, and he spends a good 2 seconds trying to rip it out. It almost like cuts it in half. Another frost giant makes its way around the corner here, and this one is also armed with a great bow. And again, you just hear the giant pulling back on this bowstring with such tension that it almost kind of hurts your eardrums. And the arrows are the size of a harpoon. In fact, it might even be a harpoon. And he's going to let loose a shot at you, Norin, with such force that it would just... you could kill 10 commoners with a single shot.
Stop saying things like that, Sub.
It just kind of clips you, and it causes you to flinch to the side, Norin. You hit for 20 points of damage. Puts a little dent in your armor. And he draws back again, and he lets loose another arrow. And this one flies straight by you and just sinks into a curtain on the far side of the wall. You estimate that he could probably fire from hundreds and hundreds of feet away, Norin. I'll just try and make it sound even worse. Alright, this tribal warrior runs under the table and is going to hurl a bone spear at you, Norin.
Okay.
It's a miss. 18. Alright, Tikal's upstairs and seems clear up here. I guess he would have told you Roderick had made his way down the stairs. Other than that, there's not much happening up here at the moment. I think Hayu's, does he want to hide, or is he happy just chilling now?
I'm sorry, I'm on mute. Yeah, no, he wants to hide.
Okay. Yeah, because he is making a
Gotta
lot
get
of
back
noise
behind
at
that.
the moment. Just kind of fluttering around, squeaking, whatever
He's
he
making
does.
some noise, but compared to these giants and everything else in here, I would say he's not making a lot of.
Well, he's not now, because he got a 24 on his stealth. Before he was, though, because he wasn't hidden.
He's deafening that bow. I know. He's much more intimidating with the beating of his wings than that bow being pulled back.
Giants are very perceptive. If they went up there, they'd find him straight away if he wasn't hidden. Well, the
I think
frost
something
giants
flying
are.
would be louder than a bow being bent anyway.
Oh yeah, everyone's loud unless you're stealth. Hey, you wanna also hide?
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah, he wants to hide.
you can make a stealth check. You can't imagine, you can't imagine that anyone would purposely come looking in that corner unless they were given a reason to. So he perches down. He stops fluttering his wings finally, and there's no noise, nothing that would betray the presence of those two familiars there. They're hidden only by the only person they're not hidden by are the gods. Alright, this some more tribal warriors. They let out a bit of a Xena warrior princess cry, and they're just kind of jumping around, drawing bone spears. Norin.
All right. Well, I know I want to move. Because being out in the open is a terrible thing at this point. I'm gonna use my action to disengage. So I think that's smart.
All the cool kids are hanging out on the stairs.
Oh yeah, that's why I'm heading that way. Let's see. And then that's 10 feet. So I can move 2 more squares up the stairs. 1.
Do you want to let loose now, Roderick?
Yeah.
Okay, you can we can make the spike growth look like basically just some ice covering the floor for those that haven't seen it. And you can move it around if you want to move it. You could actually put it there, and as long as Ren doesn't walk through it, you won't get damaged by it either.
Okay.
Got 1 more square. And then I'm gonna use a bonus action a second. And hey, I got that 20 back. You know, I'm gonna action surge, and then I'm gonna drink a potion.
Oh shit.
A potion of frost giant strength.
Okay,
So I'll be as strong as our enemies.
you just completely fill up your plate mail, and it just kind of pushes the seams of your armor to their limits as your muscles rapidly expand. And that lasts an hour.
Alright, I think that's gonna be it. I hit the EOT and I think it's going slow.
Thomas.
Well, I think I want some mobility, so I'm gonna sprinkle my last pinch of pixie dust.
Okay. Throw the final bit of that you like turn the bag inside out and just start sniffing it like a crack addict. And let's see what happens.
That's flight.
Right, final charge of the pixie dust, and 41. That's flying speed of 60 feet. Start to rise
Were
up
we
off of the
hoping for
ground.
invisibility?
No, mobility. Yeah, I can't.
He's gonna be fiending hard later.
Yeah, especially now that I'm out. Oh my god.
It's gonna head back to
You're
like
not
the
gonna
crazy
wanna-
cloud giant. You don't got any
You're
more of
not
that
gonna wanna
pixie
be around-
dust.
Damn. Since there's nothing in sight, I might as well quicken a mirror image.
Okay, and you just want to be kind of hovering above the stairs.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we got 3 people mirror image now.
Yeah, there's a lot more in here than they thought.
Oh, there's a dozen of them. Okay, hear more tribal warriors screaming out, running forward. Alright, the giant on the bow. He is going to make an acrobatics check. He's going to move through the slippery ice. And you just hear a massive giant just slipping over and landing on his butt. And he's going to get himself to his feet. And he's going to just dash. He's going to come out of the slippery ice and run forward. Despite them being frost giants, they don't seem to really have like spiked boots or anything like that. Anything that will help him against the slippery ice. You can hear some more warriors running forward. Another warrior tries to navigate the slippery ice, being quite badly hindered by it. And just takes a dash action. They start to close in on you guys. Another Yeti comes thundering around the corner. You can hear his claws slicing into the wall over here. And some more tribal warriors come running, taking the dash action. They start to close the gap. And there's a couple more thunderous footsteps. A frost giant comes around the corner. You take a look to your left, Ren, and you see another frost giant with a large rock in his hand. Looks like a frozen block of ice. And this one is going to step forward and take out a chunk of ice. And it's going to line you up, Roderick. And you've got 3/4 cover against this. He tries to expertly hit you with a rock. And he completely misses and just shatters over this wooden support beam. Just myriad chunks of ice fall onto the ground.
They're messing that pillar up.
Yeah. They might cause the entire roof to collapse if they break another or two. Lily.
Okay, let's see. First question I have, do I have a straight shot at that guy?
That tribal warrior, it looks like 3/4 cover.
If I took a step forward, would it have better odds?
I don't know. You'll have to move there and find out.
Let's see. And I'm on the difficult train. I'm gonna just take the shot from here.
Okay.
No, that wasn't gonna hit no matter where I stood.
You hit the pillar. That pillar is just tanking all the attacks.
Norn is taking notes.
Jarek.
Excellent. So it seems like we hear things starting to come around the corner. Is that correct?
Oh yeah, they're right around the corner.
Right. I am going to. Can I move on the other side of Thomas?
Yeah,
Kind of hovering, right? A little bit.
it's difficult terrain. It doesn't stack, so either way, it's just difficult terrain.
All right. So I'm gonna get right there, and then I will prepare an action. Is that what it's called? Hold an action.
Yeah, ready in action.
Ready in action. There we go. So I haven't cast a spell, but it looks like this might be the right time to do it because I hear them coming up pretty quick. If I see two, when I see two frost giants come around the corner, I'm going to cast Enemies Abound.
Okay. Alright, you cast the spell now, and just before you let it go, you hold on to it with concentration. Trigger is if you see two frost giants.
I'm gonna also twin it with the twin spell.
Okay. So that's cast now, and then you hold on to it with concentration.
Yep.
Is Thomas up in the air?
It's hovering so far. I'll get up in the air next.
It doesn't matter anyway if you're moving through him because difficult terrain doesn't stack.
Oh. Okay. Oh, well, I was actually...
Well, you want to be in his space.
Nope. No, I don't actually. I want to be next to Lily. Right there.
Oh, you do care.
I do. And I also will cast... my action will be to put Icy Mantle on myself.
Okay.
And I will cast, as a bonus action, a spiritual weapon. Do I have to have a target to actually cast it?
No.
I do, don't I?
I don't think so.
Hey, and real quick.
I want to
Seven.
cast. I would like to cast it kind of like next to Rend.
Let me
If
just
that's
check.
possible.
Yeah,
Okay.
you just create it. Yeah, you just create it. You don't need to target a creature or anything.
Okay,
The dove starts flittering about.
cool. And then I think that's it.
And you had a question?
No, I just went ahead and did it. I went ahead and instead, because I just put my spell count down and then cast it. So.
Either way.
Yeah.
Alright, there's your spiritual weapon, Than. I don't know where you wanted to put it, but I put it there for you. You can move.
Yep, I was next to Rend. It's fine. Good,
Alright.
thanks.
This tribal warrior kind of gets up to the spike growth and looks up at the frost giant. The frost giant gives the tribal warrior an angry nod, and the frost giant just starts running through it. Runs 1 square through it, runs 2 squares through it, runs 3 squares through it if it's still alive, and just screams as they're getting torn apart by these icy
Nice.
growths.
So 3 squares.
Yep. If it even survives 3 squares, they die a gruesome death, ripped apart.
Is spike growth also difficult terrain?
Yes.
It is. And if any of them didn't see the spike growth when it was cast, they don't even know it's there. But most of them saw it. Ren.
So, is there any reason while I'm in a rage that I can't use my potion of fire breath?
No.
Like I know, okay. I didn't know if it was like a spell type thing.
It's let me see actually. I think Potion of Fire Breath is one of those unique items that doesn't actually allow you to cast a spell. It just allows you to kind of do something that replicates the spell. Was it Potion of Fire Breath?
Yeah, it's on the sheet there on the list. It says I can
Use a bonus action to
breathe
get
it.
tail fire.
Yeah, breathe it 3 times or when an hour has passed.
Yeah, that's not a spell. That's just it lets
Okay.
you. It's like some gasoline. You just
All right.
down in that. All right,
In
you
that
drink it
case,
up.
Yeah, I'll chug it and you can remove it from the
It's
list.
kind of spicy, and you feel like you'd probably put that shit on everything if you could.
And I'll use my bonus action then to shoot it at that guy.
Okay.
It's a DC Dex 13.
All right. It's a cone, right? Or is it just it's a single
It
target?
just said
Right.
a single target. That's what I'm reading here. Yeah.
All right. The giant is partially obscured by the staircase, so that's half cover.
Even though it's not an attack.
Half cover is +2 AC and Dex saves.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it fails, and 3/4 is +5 AC and Dex saves.
Okay.
All right, the giant gets a bit scorched. You basically melt all the ice, the frigid icicles, like encasing its beard.
So that's one. I got 2 more after that.
And this Yeti disappears and climbs up the hole in the roof
Shit.
at the frost giant's orders.
Well, we're gonna get flanked. That sucks.
And all right, from where it's standing, it's going to be a little bit tricky with 2 maps, but it has a line of sight of you, Jarek. And let me just, it's like kind of just climbed over the opening hole. It's poked its head out, and it is currently 25 feet away from you. And you hear it emerge from the hole in the ceiling, the balcony. And you look over, and suddenly it makes eye contact with you, and you feel this shrill, this chill that cuts you to your bone. Make a Constitution saving throw.
Sorry, say that again.
Make a Constitution saving throw. you resist, and it closes in another 5 feet towards you. As you resist this chilling gaze, you actually become immune to that one's chilling gaze now. Can't affect you again. And now it closes a gap about 20 feet away from you. It's coming towards you from the top of the stairs. Alright, this tribal warrior is basically just forced to run through the spike growth, and is probably going to die. That's 3 squares.
Hooray.
It bemuses the frost giants to see that. This frost giant moves 10, 20, 30, 40, 4 squares. Actually,
I'm
sorry,
not
make
reckless.
that 3.
I'm not reckless anymore.
Okay.
In case you.
He comes in around the corner. He moves 3 squares through the spike growth. He completely catches him by surprise. He's looking around confusedly as his legs are getting slashed up. Then he just focuses his great axe on Ren. And he misses. He swings again. And he misses, sweeping the axe straight overhead.
Nice.
Roderick.
Okay. I'm just gonna shoot that frost giant.
Okay,
With
yeah.
some arrows.
That looks like 3/4 cover. You can kind of just see him from around the side of the staircase.
Okay. Oh, I might step down a bit.
He wears patchwork leather armor.
I know.
He
Slightly more in there.
he still has 3/4 cover.
It doesn't matter if I roll a 1.
That
Right.
that second arrow just clips the giant. A small slash appears on his neck.
Yeah. There we go. Guy's not registering in a turn. Got the
Okay. Yeah, if it's going slow, just tell me and I'll skip it along. Alright, this frost giant, he steps at 1 square through the spike growth.
Yep.
And you've got line of sight of him there, Jarek. If you want to unleash your spell, now is the time.
Okay, so that's 2 of them that I can see now.
Yep. Alright, so you intend to spike their minds as they step around the corner. You unleash the spell, and both of them make intelligence saving throws.
Nice.
Alright, they both fail, and this alright, doesn't actually make them frightened, but it's like a frightened kind of effect. So I'll give them the frightened icon. And they start to look around confusedly when that happens. And they will try to attack you, Rend. And that means he has to either attack you or anyone else within his range. So roll a d20.
Alright.
He starts looking around. Huh? 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 And he turns around and attacks his fellow frost giant. Whoa! The frost giant looks surprised and just slashes into him. And then the frost giant, who's confused, he sort of says, "Oh, I don't know what they have done. Some magic on my mind," he yells out in giant. And he will try to attack you again, Rend, and he'll have to pick between his targets again. Roll us another d20. He turns around and you can see him struggling to try and hit you. And he ends up attacking the frost giant again, swinging his mighty great axe. And cut that out, Ford! Or I'll be cutting your neck! They start to argue a little bit. And, alright, alright, he doesn't get another save. Only if he takes damage, he repeats the saving throw. This frost giant, just need to check something here. Alright, you guys hear a frost giant climb up the balcony. Just calculating movement. And Jarek, when you look over, you see a frost giant leap up, cling onto the sides of the balcony, pulling himself up from the floor below and coming up behind the Yeti. He's about 30 feet to the north of you, kind of over in, I don't know if you can see my ping, but this area on the floor above.
Yeah, I do see that. Is there any way that you could remove just that sliver where the stairs are?
You're on a different map.
Right, yeah.
But just use theory of the mind. 30 feet away to the north of you. If you want, I'll put you onto the other map on your turn. Alright, this tribal warrior runs straight into the spike growth. And is just ripped into shreds. You don't even need to roll the damage. He'll just keep on moving until he's dead.
Those little guys are braver than you giants.
Doesn't look like he can understand what you're saying. They just seem bemused by the tribal warriors running into their death. Oh, it gives them a bit of a chuckle. To Carl. Hello? Are you there? David?
I'm sorry, he's just gonna... I'm sorry.
Yeah, he's... If you don't want him in initiative, I'll take him out. And if he wants to join the fight, he can roll back in.
Yeah.
Alright, I'll just have him remain hidden there then. Oops, okay. But yeah, you still have to give him a command every turn if he's staying in the initiative order. Alright, one of these tribal warriors... whoops, I just... accidentally deleted them from the initiative order, so let me just check which one was supposed to go. Okay, I know which one it is. Alright, same thing for Hayu. Do you want me to take Hayu out of the initiative? If they're not doing anything?
Yeah, he wants to just stay hidden up there until I need to stab something.
If you call upon them, they'll rejoin the initiative order. For now, they're hiding behind the barrels, and doesn't appear that those creatures have seen them, but you never know. Yetis, they have a great sense of smell. Alright, another tribal warrior just comes running around the corner and dashes 2 squares into the spike growth.
Roderick said he might go AFK
Okay.
earlier.
Norin.
Alrighty. I killed him. Alright, let's, I don't want to... I see that both of these giants are acting strange, so I don't want to go for them yet. I'm gonna take the spear that is still lodged inside of me and pluck it out. This guy threw at me earlier, and I'm just gonna throw it back at him.
From where you're standing, I don't think you have line of sight. Alright, we'll say 3/4 cover. It's very close. It's like just a slither.
Yeah, I'll move right here. I think I'm Do I have a better line of sight now?
Yeah, that'll be half cover.
I'll do that.
It's a very slight angle that you've got.
18.
And it's a direct hit. The spear just hits the tribal warrior in the neck, killing them instantly.
Cool. Where's this guy? Oh, he is just inside spear range. The other one was at disadvantage too, but it didn't really matter. I'll throw it the next tribal warrior back here with another spear.
That's a hit. You've just got the smallest little gap, the smallest little window to hit that tribal warrior, and the spear aims perfectly through that, hitting the tribal warrior on the arm, and blood just sprays out. He's still standing, albeit very badly injured.
He won't last long. Let's see, I've used 10. If they want to come up, if they want to hit me, they're gonna have to come up on the stairs. And that's gonna be my turn.
Thomas. So it sounds like you got a couple of enemies behind you, a frost giant and a yeti. They've just climbed up the wall or the balcony. Can't see them from where you're standing though.
Well, let's make it easier for our blade singer to tank and damage back there. I'll twin greater invis on me and she can cover our rear.
Okay.
And I'm gonna fly straight up 60 feet.
You'll hit the roof after 20 feet.
Oh, there's a roof. I thought it was.
Oh, actually, yeah, there is like, sorry, you'll hit the roof after 50 feet. Yeah, it's sort of open there. You'll be exposed by to the frost giant and the yeti.
Let me start with 30 feet and see what I see.
All right, so
But
I'll move you on to the upstairs map so you can see what you see. Going up 30 feet, you see frost giant and the yeti. Do you see yourself on the map? You're over here.
oh yeah. All right. Oh boy. Yeah, I'll continue up as high as I can.
Okay. You just about get to the ceiling.
And I'll quicken a firebolt on the Yeti. I remember right, these guys hate it.
The firebolt hits the yeti and yeah, it absolutely roars. Roar! Gets enraged as the fire slams into it. Starts just wildly slashing in the air.
And that's me done.
Now the tribal warrior runs 2 squares into the ice growth. And runs up to Rend. They get badly sliced up, but they're still standing. They took a dash action to get through all that difficult terrain. Another frost giant jumps up on this table and then runs over to the balcony. And then attempts to just jump up and cling onto the side of the balcony. You see this Rend. And does that with ease. Climbs on up and up to the 2nd floor.
Coward.
Oh, you don't think they're running, they're getting into a more advantageous position. Coming in for a pincer
Still call out
attack.
cowards.
Alright, this tribal warrior runs 2 spaces through the ice growth, just screaming as their legs, torsos getting ripped apart by frigid, icy thorns, and dies. Ah! They seem to prefer a death to this spike growth rather than frost giant, and another one just runs in and dies as well.
Well, that's the spike growth is good for getting rid of all the little guys.
Yep.
For sure.
This Yeti runs in around the corner, climbing on the wall over the top of the frost giant. Gets here. Lands on the stairs. And just glares at you, Norin, with this icy glare. Make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay.
You resist the chilling gaze. The Yeti ends its turn there. Sides. Oh, actually, it still attacks. It's as it lands as well, it glares at you, Norin, and brings both of its claws down. One at Norin, and misses, and one at Rend, and misses. Yeah, it just kind of crawls around the side of the stairwell wall and lands on the ground here. Alright, this frost giant is going to just headbutt the other giant. Stop! Snap out of it, Jord! And misses. And that's what he does for his turn.
Gotta use up those actions.
Alright, Recorder Jig is, yeah, he's going to go around. He's going to do the same thing. Jump on the table and approach from the balcony. Climbs up. Just, yeah. They can basically reach the tops of the balcony just from where they're standing. They don't even have to jump. They climb up with little to no effort. Meanwhile, they're communicating on some strategic plans. And one of them gets very close to Heyu and to Carl. But thankfully they're hiding, so he doesn't see who's hiding there and decide to destroy them. And he starts to skirt along the side. He has to kind of edge along this narrow opening, Thomas, and you just see kind of hear a frost giant coming around the corner here. He's hidden by the wall of the staircase. Lily.
Alright. Sounds like I might be needed upstairs. I'm gonna take 20 feet.
Okay. You get to the top of the stairs, and this is what you see. A Yeti about 10 feet away from you, and right behind him, a frost giant with a longbow slung over his shoulder.
That would be this guy?
Yes.
Okay. Well, I've used all my movement. I'm going to use my bonus action to cast a Shadow Blade.
Alright, Shadow Blade appears.
Alright. And then I don't have any movement left. So let's see if I do this right. I believe I can just throw it at this.
You notice he cast it at 5. Awesome.
Whoa.
Bless you.
Oops, I thought I was muted the
That
other
was
way.
that was a giant sneezing. He sneezes and almost knocks you off the top of the stairs.
So I'm gonna throw the Shadow Blade at the Yeti right in front of me.
Okay.
Down enough.
That hits.
Okay, and then I upcast it one beyond what my macro here is for.
Okay.
1d8.
Like you hurl it at the Yeti and it just kind of impales the Yeti, but doesn't leave any physical wound. The Yeti just roars, and blood starts to come out of its nose and eyes.
click the button. So I'm just waiting on it.
Jarek, I'll put you up onto the top of the map so you can see what's up there.
Okay. Perfect.
You don't want to.
I do. I so do.
I'm kidding, man.
Okay, so that's where you are. Alright, so oh, you're one back. So as you look around, as I described, there's a frost giant about 30 feet away from you, a yeti about 20 feet away from you, and they've just climbed over the tops of this balcony. The yeti's looking very distraught. It's got like scorch marks on its stark white fur, and it's just swiping the air wildly, while the frost giant's like just getting his bow off of his shoulder.
Very well. All right. So how much will it cost for me to move to that square right there?
That's 15. You climb up the final step, and then you're out on the flat ground of the second floor.
That's nice. I guess I'll just do it from here. Go ahead and Wiccan what I normally do. Go with the Agonizing Blast at the Yeti to begin with. Didn't click it. Let's see what I can cross. Sounds like voice is working a little better than. There we go.
That's a hit.
Nice, and let's push him 10 feet back.
Alright, it slams the Yeti into the open balcony, and I'm going to give it a dex save because it's within reach. It's going to try and reach out and cling to the balcony before it falls down. It does so.
It's okay. I'm going to shoot it again.
That's a hit. And you just aim for its hand, and it just drops. You hear a loud thump on the ground, and it's dead.
Nice. Let's do the same thing to that giant. That's a good-looking giant. I really like the way that guy looks. So I'm gonna see if I
He
can.
looks like Norn.
He does. That's redo his hair a little bit. I'm gonna give him some more.
That hits.
Perfect. And let's push him back a
Alright,
bit.
you knock him back 10 feet, and his massive boots slide along the ground.
And go with this last one.
I'm having trouble hearing you. You're kind of getting loud
Okay.
and quiet.
All right, then here we go. Can you hear me a little
That's
better now?
Yeah, just sound like you're far away from your mic. That hits.
Nice. And let's move him another 10 feet back.
Alright, knocks him back. His boots slide along the icy floor.
And so I can see down the stairs, but I can't see down the stairs. Was somebody coming? Did it look like
You
someone
can
was
see
coming
down the
up way?
stairs. When you look down the stairs, you see a Yeti and a Frost Giant and a Tribal Warrior kind of grouped around the bottom of the stairs there.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna go ahead and move back down the stairs again. So I'm gonna move. So I moved 15. That means I have 15 left. Is that correct?
Yeah. So you can basically get back to where you were.
All right. Yeah. And then I'll be done.
10.
I'm going to cast Toll the Dead on the tribal warrior
Poor Tribal Warrior.
or whatever he is.
Kill me quickly.
Oh shit! Look at that.
Nat 20?
I mean, if he fails the
Quickly.
And then I'll come down with the spiritual weapon on the Yeti. Oops, sorry.
You have advantage because Yeti can't see you, and
Okay,
that's a hit.
I already rolled the damage before.
Oh yeah, the dove just knocks it in the side of the head.
And I will end my turn.
Rend.
All right, I'll just I'm a Great Weapon Master, the Yeti. I'm not going to do Reckless this round.
That's a hit.
Ooh.
You just see this like bright red blood intermingle with its stark white fur and streaks down onto the ground. The Yeti's looking very hurt.
Okay, once more. Clicked it. Oh, there we go.
It's a miss. The Yeti jumps back and you swipe into the air.
Alright, then I'll use my bonus for the second breath. D6 for the, was it DC 13? Yeah.
The Yeti?
Six. Yeah.
Alright, after you do a couple of swings, you just kind of lean your head forward and you're a flame! You just shoot this.
So he takes half damage.
Alright, the Yeti is deeply disturbed by that. It starts screaming. They absolutely are terrified of fire. And yeah, it goes crazy. Like kind of hunches into a ball, trying to turn its head away from you, Ren.
Right. I hit end of turn, but it hasn't come up yet.
No problem. It's just being slow. I'll just skip it along as needed. Do it the old-fashioned way. Alright, Rend. This giant Wagner, he's going to try and attack you. But he also, like, when he looks at the Yeti, he just sees, like, this fat hill giant trying to get up, one up on him in the ordning.
Huh? You fat giant! You think you can take Frost Giant?
So he gets very confused to who his enemy is. Roll a d20. He targets you. And he hits for 12 slashing damage. And he's going to try and attack you again. Roll another d20. He looks towards you and the Yeti.
Ah! We will rule the ordering!
And he attacks you again, Rend. And it's a narrow miss. Roderick.
Alright.
Can I ask a question real quick before you move on?
Yeah.
So in the previous rolling, I noticed that Rend was rolling lower than the Frost Giant, and it was choosing to attack a different Frost Giant. And then on this one, did you change the way that was moving? I was just wondering.
You don't need to worry about that. I'm the one sorting that out.
You bet.
And
you bet.
it's randomly determined.
I'm going to step down here so I can see a bit of that gap there, and then I will cast Command. Is there like a giant word that translates to fuck off?
Yeah. And also just...
Or is that just...
I don't think you realize this, but it is whoever rolls the lowest. There was 2 targets to roll from. So, but yeah, just in case you're doubting me at all. It was who rolls
I was
lowest.
just confused. I was just confused.
Okay, yeah. There were 3 targets to roll from, so I was rolling 2d20 for the enemies, not 1d20.
Those 2 dudes flee.
Okay.
Or command them to flee.
And they both fail.
Nice.
Alright, and you're ending there?
Yeah.
Okay, this giant
yeah.
is going to run away from you. And he just takes a dash action, shaking his head. He stomps off, avoiding any hazardous terrain, towards the other side of the room. Alright, this giant's going to run up and attack you with his great axe, Jarek. And he hits you for 28 points of slashing damage. I'll roll a 1d20 first for your mirror image. He cuts through one of your images. And he attacks again. Roll another d20. And it cuts to another image. You've got one remaining. Another tribal warrior runs 2 squares through the ice growth, basically running to their death. They scream out in agony as the frosty icicles rip through their flesh. And they die. Norin.
I think they're made out of paper or something. The way they're running on.
Yeah.
Alright, get my trident out and we'll try to end this Yeti's life.
It's all hunched over. It basically looks like a giant white fluffy ball with streaks of red blood down it. You sink the trident straight into its side, and it's still alive.
That big that big one on the.
It's almost dead. That hits, and you finish it off. You just find its neck somewhere in there, and the Yeti just becomes soaked in its own blood and joins the corpses on the ground.
I'm going to. I'm gonna yell up the stairs because I don't really. Norn doesn't know what's going on up there. Everything good?
You giant.
When you look up the stairs,
fatties up here.
you do see a frost giant at the top of the stairs swinging its axe at Jarek.
Oh, okay, yeah. Can't have.
Can Ren yell out that he saw 2 jump up there?
Yeah.
Of course.
I mean,
Why can't you?
There's 3 fatties up here.
Yeah.
They're
aware.
Norm will use his movement to start moving up the stairs. Unfortunately, that's as far as I can move right now. So that's it.
Thomas.
Alright, how many enemies do I see at the bottom of the stair?
At the bottom of the stairs, you just see a bit of one confused looking frost giant. He's kind of just around this corner.
Alright, well, I'll just throw a little fire on the giant.
A sprinkle.
It hits him and doesn't seem to do a whole lot.
Does that open up any more space above me? Moving forward like that?
Yeah, you can. There's like just where the dynamic lighting is where the wall kind of will be
Alright,
blocking.
I'll fly up another. So I'm actually as high as I can.
Alright, that's about 35-ish feet there because the roof is pitched, so it angles upwards towards the center.
Okay.
This frost giant comes storming in around the corner. And he runs and he leaps right there with a dash action. Right next to Lily and Jarek. And I think he's actually engaged with Norin and Than. Norin and Than, I'm going to put you, and Roderick, I'll put you guys, I'll put all 4 of you on the top map as well. Because the battle's getting more split up towards there. So you can see what's going on, and I'll just move your tokens around as necessary.
You know, we put our heads together to make it as hard as possible on the DM to coordinate this. Let's fight on the stair.
On the edge of a map transition.
Find a choke point.
Let me
Splits the maps.
So water deep and do some shopping.
fix. Let me fix up these tokens. Dan and Roderick. Yeah. So he's actually engaged with Dan too. Okay, that's how it is. Well, technically, you're 1 square down, Ren.
Would Norn be over here?
Uh,
Oh no, he'd be by Fan.
oh, did you
I think.
get moved
I
just
ran
now?
up the stair. I ran up the stairs. I didn't get that far though.
Oh,
He was right next to me.
Yep.
Down below.
I don't know why it took you off the other side of the map. It's weird. Can you see the bottom of the map?
I can see red right now, where I
see
am.
both. I was saying I'm
Okay,
I'm
okay.
right there.
Alright, you disappeared on my screen on the bottom map for some reason.
Oh.
I couldn't see you there. I got a bit confused. Alright, so he jumps down and yeah, he jumps into that space. He's got a shield strapped to his arm and hell that he's just drawn. Alright, Log's going to try and he yells out to the frost giant who's running away. Just,
You fool! We do not run from these small folk!
and just throws a rock at you, Ren. Chunk of ice. And it hits. 12
Do I have any
bludgeoning.
cover?
Not from there.
Alright.
Alright, here comes another frost giant. He's going to he's gonna skirt along this area and see what room he's got. He's gonna move here. And he's gonna swing at Lily with his great axe. Disadvantage because you're invisible, so he can't see you. He's kind of teetering on the edge here as well. It hits for 16 slashing.
Our shield is. Just out of curiosity, how does my mirror image work with this?
It doesn't work if he can't see you.
Okay, so then we shield.
All the images are invisible along with you. Alright, you managed to deflect that attack with a shield, and he just attacks again. And he misses. And then he's kind of teetering on the edge there. There's not a whole lot of room. That section of the balcony it's quite slim. Lily.
Alright, so these guys haven't even been hit yet, except like one firebolt on him.
Yeah. And he doesn't even look hurt.
He was knocked back a few times.
Alright, so this guy in the middle of everyone's probably my priority. So we'll try to attack him.
He's the biggest.
I'll use my
He's definitely the biggest of the giants.
Okay, I'll use my bonus action to call the blade back to me, and I'll start swinging.
It hits. Alright, you just kind of slam it into his leg, and his head gets reeled back a bit.
Ugh.
That one
And
doesn't.
it's a miss. He steps back and you swing through the air.
Alright, let's see. I think that's all we can do.
Jarek.
All right. So he came up here and he threw a chunk of ice. That guy right there, right?
Which one?
Sorry, the only one that I'm just this guy here.
He took the dash action. He just ran up and leaped over the side of the staircase.
Oh, I thought he threw something at Ren down the. Okay.
That was a different one.
That's downstairs.
Oh, okay. There you go.
Over at the bottom of the stairs, you just saw like a chunk of ice just break over Ren.
Got it. Okay. So I'm gonna move right next to Lily. Where I think Lily might be.
You know Lily's there. You can clearly, you know her location clearly.
I'm probably a grunter.
Mouth breather.
She's blade
Nice.
singing. You can
And a
clearly
squirrel.
you hear her humming. You can hear her footsteps. You can smell her
Then I'm gonna-
perfume.
I'm gonna quicken a spell against the frost giant to my right. So that's the one that looks like the bigger one.
Yeah, he's the biggest.
Agonizing. Yeah, we're gonna agonizing blast him.
Alright, you'll be at disadvantage. It's a miss.
I'm gonna do it again.
And another miss as he just slams his shield onto the ground, and it's like a wall in front of you. Both beams hit that wall.
Nice. Well, gotta keep trying.
That hits him. You manage to... He kind of lifts the shield a little bit, and you find the smallest gap. The beam hits him.
Let's send him 10 feet down the stairs.
Alright. Slides down the stairs. Taking a couple of steps back.
Excellent. And then I'm going to also target the other one that's right next to me. Disadvantage.
Did we want him down the stairs?
Yes, I can
Already
reach him
down the
now.
stairs.
Did you say you can reach him now?
Yeah, I'll be able to run up to him now. Yeah.
Nice.
And that hits.
Alright, so I'm going to move that guy away from Lily.
Alright, you knock him back. And his greaves slide along the ground.
Move to right there.
Sorry, which square? You're kind of in between two different squares there. That one? Okay. Then, so just use the top of the map.
Yep. Can I get my spiritual weapon up onto this guy here so I can attack him?
Your spiritual weapon is like next to Rend. Let me put that on the map as well. Yeah. There we go.
And then I will attack the guy.
Alright, you have advantage. It hits. The dove flies down unexpectedly, hitting him in the back.
For my action, I would like to put Path to the Grave on him.
Okay. His icy colored, blue tinged flesh gets all cracked up. Red streaks of blood start to emanate, kind of thriving.
So 5, 10, 15, 20. So,
It's the end of my turn.
does he have a shield?
Yeah,
Okay.
he's
Okay.
pretty heavily armored. He's got a Krieg shield, Vendel helm,
Okay.
covered in armor.
And I'll do reckless, but not great weapon master, so just reckless.
That hits.
Still good
Alright, 60 damage. His flesh is like a hot knife through butter when you hit him straight into that leg. And he makes a strength save. And he falls down. His knees kind of hit the stairs and he's now prone.
Nice.
You take him down a notch and that hits. You kind of jump up, avoiding one leg, and hit him in his back. And he's quite badly injured now.
Then I'm gonna use my last fire breath on him as my bonus action.
Okay.
Spicy.
You
El
spit at him
caliente.
until no more fire comes out of your mouth. He does try to kind of spin around and interpose his shield, which is taller than you guys, but quite small in comparison to his form. And there's just a wide open gap. You scorch his torso. He's left close to death from those attacks.
Nice.
Alright, where's Wagner? Okay, I've got to move you up on the bottom map there, and alright, he moves 10, 20. He moves 2 squares through the spike growth. I'm going to move him up to the top level. He gets up to here. Here. Actually, he only needs to get within 10 feet of you to attack you, Ren. So he moves 2 squares, he'll take the 44 slashing damage.
44, awesome.
Alright, he managed to snap out of the beguilement.
There we go.
He gets, it doesn't really bother him. He just kind of steps through it. And he kind of shakes his head a little bit, and he's going for Rend, who's closest. He's got a great axe in his hand. And here comes the attack. He hits for 27 slashing. 13.
13.
And he attacks again. Swings that great axe straight over your head, thumps into the side of the staircase wall. He moves up just to gain a little bit more ground too after that, so Roderick's in his range in case he decides to move. Roderick, you're up.
Sure. I'm going to Shillelagh and then slap the big dude next to me. Which one? This one. 1
Crit.
and 2.
Just
I
one.
had advantage.
Yeah. Alright, so you hit him with the first one. 11 bludgeoning damage. Alright, with that second one, he's going to use his reaction, because that's a miss. He riposts you. And he will attack you with his hell at disadvantage. He brings up his axe, slams into your shillelagh staff, and then he creates an opening for him to attack you.
Aha.
And he misses.
Right.
He's like kind of basically laying down the staircase and goes to swipe at you, and you just jump over the blade. Does that end the turn?
Yep. Did it? Yeah. On my
Okay.
screen, it's moved on, but
Fjord is going to do whatever all the cool kids are doing. He's gonna run up on the table. Maybe Lily, you can, from where you're standing, you can kind of see him on this table here. May as well actually just bring him up to the next map. He's looking kind of confusedly around. You can see he's still under that beguilement spell. He's just yelling, "We're under attack! They're everywhere! The hill giants are rising!" Alright, Cadman is going to he's going to stow his bow, and he's going to draw a great axe. And he's going to stomp his way up here, and Jarek, roll me a 1d20 for your mirror image. He's going to return the attack. He swipes and misses you and the mirror image. Makes a second attack. Roll another d20. And that time he hits you for 21 slashing damage. And he's gonna gain some more ground by stepping here. Norin.
Alright.
I'm actually going to move everyone onto the top map now, because there's one giant down here, so you guys can get their positions. So just bear with me for 2 seconds. I'm just going to move everyone's tokens where they need to be and just quickly sort that out. So Norin, you'll be there. Than, you'll be there. Roderick, you're there. Rend, you're there. There we go. So we're all on one map now.
Cool. I'm going
Quick,
to...
everybody down the stairs.
gonna step this way.
that pillar that you guys are attacking crumbles and caves the entire bottom floor in. It's no longer accessible.
You all die.
Ceiling falls, you all die. I'm going to take a stab with my trident at the prone guy.
And a 16. Sorry, a 17? That's a miss.
Fuck.
He interposes his helm to block that attack.
I'll try to stab him again.
That hits.
Interpose that.
You find a gap in his helm and straight into his eye socket. It kills him. And he just slumps over in that position, dead.
I mean, that's mostly Thon and Ren's doing, but Norn doesn't mind taking the clean up, I guess.
Kill still.
Still counts, buddy. Still counts.
You're such a trash player, God. I can't see. I can see Jarek, but I can't see Thomas. I think I'm going to.
No one can see Thomas.
I'm gonna move right here. I say that because I can do a warding maneuver for somebody other than myself. I just have to be 5 feet from them and be able to see them.
I'm way up in the air.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yeah, he's not even ballpark.
Okay, I think that's really all I can do. So yeah, that's my turn.
Thomas.
Wow. Is the giant on the table visible from...
Yeah, you can see him. You've got a good vantage point of pretty much everything from where you are, Thomas.
If I was at this floor level, would he still be sticking up, or is he down below
At
this level?
He's 30 feet below this level. Or actually, no. From where he's standing, he's pretty much almost up like level with this balcony.
Because he's on top of that table and
Yeah.
he's a 20-foot giant. So
He's not 20 feet. He's about 15 feet. He's 3 by 3, so 15. But yeah, the table's about 10, so he's 5 feet below this level, basically. Below this level.
5 feet. Then I'm going to... I'm just going to throw a chromatic orb of fire at the Northern Giant. Level 2.
Yeah. Roll on the Wild Magic Surge table. That hits.
No.
The orb of fire hits him in the back of the head. Knocks him forward a little bit. Shakes his head a little bit.
Oh shit.
And
Oh.
you
piercing.
You do half to the grave on everyone for piercing damage.
Oh god.
So everyone within 30 feet. So what you guys
oh, wait.
see and
He's high up
feel?
in the air, right? Isn't Thomas up in the air?
Yep. He's 30 feet in
There's
there.
nobody within 30. Right, so
Yeah.
nobody's within 30.
Everyone within 30 feet. Diagonals are 5 feet. In
Right, but he's 30
5e.
feet up in the air, right? And we're on the ground and down into the.
There's no Pythagoras in this.
Yeah. Squares are 5 feet, whether they're diagonal or not. So it hits everyone within 30. So Roderick then... So this is what you guys feel. And it's very visible. Everyone knows this has happened. Your bones become extremely brittle, and your flesh just kind of turns to mush. You start to bleed from little cracks in your skin, and you look highly vulnerable to a weapon. You could interpret it as slashing or piercing, I guess.
I'm gonna piercing. What it says.
Hello.
'Cause they've got great access, so that makes a difference.
All right.
They have other piercing weapons, though. They have a bow.
Keep it
Look
in
at
your
those
pants.
eyes. They all have a piercing gaze.
Alright. Yeah, that's the next minute, so I'm gonna just make everyone's token a red tinge. So we don't lose track of who's got that on. This other giant's just gonna climb up as well for his turn. You guys can see that tint, right? Red tint. Okay.
Yep.
Yep.
Everyone just feels horribly debilitated, like some sort of foul curse has been bestowed upon you.
Thanks, Thomas.
The words Hoodley have burnt into your forehead.
Yell out, poke him, poke him.
Ren feels fine.
Okay, that should cover all of them now. Oh yeah, this guy is just gonna go and Larg is gonna jump up. He's gonna climb up here. He's gonna try and get up onto the balcony. He's gonna do so. He's gonna climb up here. And he still got his action. He's gonna throw a rock at you, Thomas. So distance, it's gonna be disadvantage. Reaches into his sack and just hurls a big jagged chunk of rock at you. And it's a direct hit.
It is.
It's a very sharp rock as well. I'm joking. He just tries to collect you from the ceiling there. It slams into you for 28 bludgeoning. That's his turn done. And you maintain concentration. Alright, this giant looks down at himself. He roars because he feels so vulnerable. And he's luckily he doesn't have like a trident or a spear or anything. He's just got an axe. He is going to skirt around here like this. And he's gonna swing at Lily. You've got half cover against this Lily because the other giant's in your space. Disadvantage. You can only just kind of... He can taste you. It's a miss. He slams into the steps. I think your AC 28.
I just unchecked shield. Yeah, it's
Okay.
23.
All right, he swings again, and he completely misses. Lily.
Okay, let's see. I definitely want to come stand over here, and I want to attack this.
Hit. You slice through his leg, and that psychic energy just explodes upwards into his mind. And it's a crit. He just screams out in agony as blood just starts to trickle out of his ears. He's left just staggering around in that location.
And then Thomas told me I'm capable of pulling out a weapon with my offhand and attacking with it.
For 2-weapon fighting,
Yeah.
if you had the weapon out first, so you could have done that first. But yeah, I think the Shadow Blade is considered a light weapon, right?
It is, yeah.
Yeah, so the rules for 2-weapon fighting is if you attack with a light weapon, you can make another attack with a... There's no offhand, but if you have 2 light weapons in your hand, you can make an attack as a bonus action.
Okay. So I need to pull another weapon out.
Well, yeah. If you would have had to have the weapon out first to do 2-weapon fighting.
But if I want to do it in the future, I should pull it out now.
Yeah.
Okay. So can I draw my rapier with my other hand?
Rapier is not a light weapon.
Oh, you were telling me the other one was light. So both have to be light. No
Short
problem.
sword.
Short sword.
Yeah, both weapons have to be light. short sword or a hand axe or anything with a light property.
I think the only one I've got is a short sword, so that's the one it'll be.
Okay.
All right. I guess.
Are you attacking with it?
Oh, I can attack. Okay.
You can.
Let's
But
see.
yeah, in future you need to have both weapons in your hand first. But
Okay, thank you.
That's
I've
how-
never done the offhand attack before.
that's how it works.
Oh,
So,
it's short sword of piercing.
I don't get my dex bonus, right? So it's just a d20 plus
Not on the
proficiency?
damage. You're
You
proficient.
get the dex
Yeah,
for the attack, just not the damage.
Yeah, you're proficient in a short sword, so you get your proficiency bonus on the attack,
Okay.
but you don't get it on the damage.
16.
You have advantage.
Oh, so I think.
That hits. So it does
Okay,
1d6
yeah, sure.
damage. Just keep in mind now what...
What?
Oh, you've got Warcaster, right, Lily?
No, I did not
Okay,
have
so
Warcaster.
you can't cast Shield, you can't cast Absorb Elements, or any spell that has a somatic component that doesn't have a material.
Ooh, I didn't know about that. Can I just drop the short sword then?
You just made the attack, it's done.
Yeah, no, I made the attack and then just let go of it. Drop it on the ground.
No. You get one interactive object.
Dropping's a free thing.
No,
it's not
it's
an
not.
interact, isn't it?
You can interact with one object per turn, but I'm not going to allow you to overcome the restrictions because of like metagaming like that. So you want to do the extra attack, you have to deal with the consequences. Jarek, or you can get the Warcaster feat.
This is interesting. All right. How much would it cost for me to move? I'm just going to point at it right here, right there. It's just
The stairs are difficult
20, right?
terrain, so each square costs 10 feet.
so like right there is excellent.
Yeah, 2 squares,
20 feet.
20 feet.
Awesome. And then I'm going to go ahead and see if I can't push that guy back. And I'm at disadvantage.
Yeah, you've got an enemy within 5 feet of you. That hits.
Okay, I'm going to push him back.
Alright, that beam slams into the frost giant, knocks him back into the other one. Slides him up the stairs.
Nice. Let's go ahead and no longer at
Nope, you don't have an enemy within 5 feet. On him
26
again,
is all around. Yep.
that's a hit. You do have advantage, so you should... I would just recommend always rolling with advantage, but roll again now. Because you could get a critical hit. It's just quicker if you always roll with advantage, that's all. That's up to you. Alright, it hits him. Knocks him into
Alright,
the
I'm
other
gonna go.
one.
I'm going to hit him again. I'm going to quicken. And series.
You have advantage because he's squeezed. That's a hit.
Okay, I'm going to move him back 10 more feet.
Alright, he's not quite dead. He's very close. Alright, you knock him back into the other one and they're all squeezed
Still
in
there.
there.
And then one more time.
And that's a hit. That final beam hits him in the chest, cuts a hole through him, and he falls onto the ground dead.
Alright, and then I have 5 more feet of movement now. Just move 3. And then I'll be done.
Damn.
All right, the giant down here by Rend. I will attack with my spiritual weapon.
Hit. The dove hits him straight in the neck. He kind of chokes a little bit.
All right, and then I will I'll toll the dead on him as well for a whopping 5.
He'll definitely fail this. Oh, he succeeds.
Oh,
The
succeeds.
tables have turned.
The tables have turned. Then I think I'll just end my turn there. It's fine.
Yeah, don't worry about it. Rend will chop his legs off.
Rend, you're
Oh,
up.
I'm sure.
So Ren's going to move down here to make sure he's at least 6 feet away from whatever coronavirus these guys caught. And then,
Sorry, Roderick already sneezed on you, so
That's true.
did not
gonna-
cover nothing.
I'm a reckless and great weapon master, this guy. He doesn't have a shield, right?
Nope.
Okay, yeah. So great weapon and reckless.
Oh shit!
That'll do it.
Damn.
Going for the double leg
I
chop.
bow to your
I
godliness.
should have fucking graved him.
Oh my god.
All right.
Yeah, another
It's
2d6.
horrendous.
Surprisingly, it doesn't actually cut his legs off for the first time ever. But
Sturdy.
yeah, he's quite badly hurt now. Another attack like that will finish him off.
Let's do this.
Hercules.
That's another hit. And
Roll on the.
you leave him severely injured. He's covered in blood and he's just roaring out. "Wah!"
Alright. Since I crit, I get a bonus action of one more.
That hits again.
Nice.
And
He's dead.
right in the nuts. You split him in two, and he just falls backwards, slamming into the spike roof.
My God.
Dead.
30 and 40. Alright.
Roderick.
I want to see what I can do with the piercing stuff. So I'm going to Hunter's Mark, do it up here, and then use my bow on him. Check that.
Alright, double damage. If you can hit, that is a miss.
I can hit.
Alright, that
There you
hits. 26 damage. You just find like his flesh is just. It's like wet paper. Stab
Isn't
straight
Hunter's
into him.
Mark also piercing?
No, it's not piercing damage.
I'm going
It's
to
just-
action surge.
It's just damage. It doesn't actually have a type. It's weird.
Oh, really?
Wow. This is action surge for.
That other one hits him, and yeah, you the arrow just disappears as it hits his flesh.
Kind of wish I'd saved my accent surge now.
Bonus, yeah.
Oh shit! You got trident. Isn't that piercing?
Yep.
Cool.
I need Norin, Lily, and Thomas to roll me a 1d20.
We are the superior giants! You fat hill giants will never take us!
And he throws a rock at the other frost giant's face
I mean, this one's a short rock, right?
and just cracks him in the side of the head. He looks down at Fjord.
Fjord, you've gone mad! Our enemies are here!
And then Fjord's gonna try and climb up the balcony. Pretty easy for the frost giants to do. Gets up with relative ease. Alright, Cadman is dead, so it's Norin's turn.
Warner's gonna charge forward with his trident and take a couple of attacks. There's one.
Just chalk off another
Nope.
death.
That's a miss.
Gotta be able to hit him first.
That hits.
Ooh, nice.
Now you stick him. Piercing damage works well. He's left
Minimum
bloodied.
damage.
What's with the ones, man?
I don't know.
Because I rolled 2 crits.
Yeah, he took all my all my good damage.
Ren takes thunder.
Yeah, not really a whole lot else I can do there, so that's it.
Thomas.
Alright, I'm gonna fly down so that I'm hovering right next to This is how you do piercing.
Oh shit!
Wow. You you just stick him in his foot, and the giant just takes his foot back and starts hopping up and down. Oh!
I'd be able to hit him like that too if I was invisible. I mean, shit.
I like the invisible didn't even help him.
He couldn't even see you because you were invisible.
Yeah, all you just see is like a slice in his boot open up, and then a trail of blood kind of in the direction where Thomas went, pattering the ground. Alright,
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to block your in.
Log is going to come running, and he dashes and poof, he leaps the corner of the balcony, and he lands straight over here with a dash action.
Ah, hello.
He's got a great axe drawn. Alright. Looks like I just spammed the keyboard when I just made this name up. Recorder-lejig. He's going to... he's going to reach down and he's going to grab one of the spears, which is basically an arrow. It would be like a one-handed spear equivalent. And he's going to try and spear you, Norin. And he completely misses. He's going to try and spear you again. And
Wow.
it's just not made for those sort of attacks.
Yeah, those
That
arrows
weapon.
are not yours.
That weapon is not for you, friend.
And that's it.
Friend. Parley?
Hail, adventurer. Alright, only 3 frost giants left. One of them thinks that these guys are hill giants. Lily, you're up.
Alright, I just told Thomas, I don't know what you were thinking. I did it wrong. I'm going to put that short sword away. And then I'm going to walk right between these guys and swing at this guy.
If you want to have 2 things in your hands and you're a spellcaster, you need Warcaster. That's a hit. Alright, you throw the Shadow Blade through his leg again. Like a boomerang, it comes back to your hand. The giant's staggering around everywhere. Blood's just completely matting his beard. You hit him again. You just kind of toss it up. It goes straight through his head. Snaps back to your hand. And doesn't leave any physical injury. But the frost giant just starts bleeding from his eye sockets. And kind of falls down onto his knees. And just his head sinks down. And he just dies in that kind of knelt position. Spear drops out of his hand. The arrow drops out of his hand. Jarek.
Excellent. I have a sorcery point left, so I'm going to go ahead and quicken what I've been doing. See if I can push him up the stairs and over that balcony again.
Now, how many would there need to be for you to actually juggle giants?
You're at disadvantage because you're within 5 feet.
Okay.
But a 12 was a miss anyway.
That's going to miss anyway.
Yeah. That hits him. Alright, you point blank shoot that beam into him, and it takes a couple of steps up the stairs.
Excellent. I will move to here, which is going to cost me 20. See if I can't push him over back downstairs. And I just normal, right?
Yep. Alright, you hit him. The beam slams into his chest. Alright, you knock him back 10 feet. And I'll give him a dex save to try and cling on to the balcony because it's in within reach. And that's not enough. He crashes to the ground, disappearing over the balcony.
Alright.
You've still got another beam though, so you can target the other frost giant if you like before moving. Otherwise you won't be able to do
which
the
one?
final beam.
The one that thinks he's my friend?
He doesn't think he's your friend.
I know. But the enemy of my enemy. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead. I'm actually.
Well, there's no other creatures around, so it's going to be one of you guys that he's hitting for sure.
Yeah, I'm gonna just hit the corner over here on this thing over here with it.
Okay.
Just to blast it over there, and then I'm gonna move back down. And I'm gonna crouch down.
Okay.
That's
Damn.
the old school hide. Right. I'm not gonna hide. I'm just gonna get on my knees.
The stairs are 3 feet tall, so it provides a good hiding spot, definitely.
Not for Norin.
Except for his antlers.
The antlers will be sticking up, always. Alright, then.
Well, I got nothing to attack with my spiritual weapon. So,
I see like
is
6
this-
targets for
You
you.
can move it. You can move it.
You can move 20 feet.
Did he fall?
Yeah, he's on the floor below now. Poof, you hear him just crash onto the ground, and
Well, I'll move my spiritual weapon up here, I guess.
a bit of snow and stuff kind of falls
Part of
down from the walls everywhere.
And then I will, I'll just toll the dead on the other guy, I guess.
He just yells out. "Whoa!"
Alright, and then that's it.
Damn you, hill giants! They're everywhere!
Rend.
Alright, so 10, 20, 30, 40. And so this was the last one that's
Yeah, this guy's up
difficult
here.
terrain.
Oh, the stairs?
Okay.
No more difficult
Yeah.
terrain now. Yeah. You're
Okay,
at the
so-
you're at the top step.
10, 15, 20. Let me see. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Oh, so I'm going to go ahead and dash up to him then. 10, 40. And that's... I don't have anything on bonus, so... So, yeah. So,
Roderick.
Okay. I'm gonna move. Shuffle, I suppose. Slightly up the stairs.
It's like a
my
mountain
ankles
for
is
you,
like-
Roderick.
Yeah. I am a mountain dwarf though, so I ignore the difficult terrain and move up to here. Thanks for pointing that out to me. And then, sorry, I mean I've got the train.
Yeah.
Mark on him and take some shots.
Roderick's first mountain he's ever climbed. And one arrow hits.
It's a
Nice.
staircase.
He's not looking too hurt. Alright, Fjord is just going to look down at you, Rend, and just reach up behind his back. And he's going to produce a great axe, and then he's going to try and hit you with it.
all right. I didn't do reckless this time. So.
Yeah. And he's going to swing at you. And he's going to miss. And he's going to try that again.
All right.
And he's going to miss. And then he is going to try and get some cover around the corner. He provokes an opportunity attack from you.
Alright.
Moves 10 feet.
Cut his leg off.
Go for the leg. You hit the leg. He doesn't get knocked prone, but you do hack into him, and that's going to hurt him. And he's going
I
to
think I clicked it. Well, maybe not.
He's going to continue around this corner. Obviously, he does not want 7 adventurers being able to target him. And it's that 18 damage. He's hurt now. He's looking bloodied by the time he gets around the corner. Norin.
Throw shit at the dude downstairs.
Yeah, I was about to do. I'm get 30 feet here. Can't see the guy over there. So I look down there and yell something about having high ground and I'll start throwing javelins.
Okay.
How far down is that again?
It's 30.
Okay.
He immediately turns to his side, so his back is facing you. You have disadvantage. And you stick a javelin straight into his back.
Minimum damage, shit. Alright, let's try that again.
He curls into a fetal position. Ah, the frost giant! The hill giants are everywhere! He's screaming out. And you just hit him with another javelin. He's like...
Poor guy, you made him go in the fetal position.
Yep. He's like spinning around like whoop 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 whoop. Doing some...
They attacked us first. I have no pity. None. Alright. That's as far as I can move, so hopefully that other giant doesn't come around and decide to push me off.
Thomas, is that an
Just pile your
invitation?
bodies up down there?
Is that an invitation, Norin?
Well, Rind is closer.
You don't think
I
they
can
would?
imagine no.
They would fight like that. They're not going to push people off. They're going to whack people with weapons. They're fighters, frost giants.
Fly, so I'm like 20 feet above the ground. And this guy down below is going to be in range of more people. So I'm going to shoot a orb of acid at the guy that tried to hide around the...
Okay.
So I'm switching it up.
Yeah, you can see most of him. And the 19
Something
hits.
to melt instead of burn.
Let's roll on the wild magic surge table, Thomas. Let's spice this up. The chromatic
he's too
orb
close to me.
scorches his
Grease!
his neck
20 feet in the air.
and
Explosion of grease in the air.
grease in the air. I don't even know how that works. I think it's gonna fall on the ground.
Isn't there
yeah.
like a?
That's good.
So you cast it,
Quick,
and basically nothing happens.
run away.
You just it just coats you, Thomas. So you like not only do you have all these like bloody wounds all over you now, like kind of you got this slick sheen about yourself as well.
If you weren't invisible, you'd be shiny.
Yeah, you're also still bold and completely bright blue. That hasn't changed.
Yeah, if I wasn't invisible, I'd take off my shirt to show my hairless body. Oiled up.
Jesus Christ.
It's best that you just stay invisible there, Thomas.
His version of the spell.
We'll just cover you in feathers.
All right.
He becomes invisible. Someone else casts invisibility on him.
Larg's gonna get up, and he does go into his bag, and it looks like he's got more rocks left. He produces a rock, and he can see Norin and Thomas. Norin and Rend. I guess you're a target as well, Thomas. So the three of you roll a d20, because he's gonna try and throw a rock at one of you. He's just not sure which one of you are the hill giant yet. And it's Thomas at disadvantage. This massive rock just it flies straight past you and hits the ceiling. Myriad chunks of rock
Invisible hill giant.
fall. And he's going to start to make his way up onto the table. Lily.
Alright. I can make it there with 40. And let's see.
It's one square of difficult terrain, so 10,
So like 5
15,
feet?
20, 25,
5
30,
feet back.
35, 40. Yeah.
Yeah, nice 20 feet away. I'll throw my shadow blade at the
Log. Aim log. And that's a hit. The shadow blade passes through his face.
I'll use my bonus action to call it back, and I'll throw it again.
I just realized he's not the giant that's confused. It's the other one, but I guess they're all confused at the moment. They're confusing themselves, and that's going to miss.
Figured it would. Okay, so that's all my action.
Jarek. You can use half your movement to stand up.
Yeah. But I could, if I crawled to Roderick, I could move to right here, right?
Yeah, crawling here would be like one
Three.
square would be
Okay,
20.
3 times.
One square would be 20 feet.
Okay.
So you could,
Um,
either way, you're only going to go 1 square.
Okay. So I'm gonna stand up and go 1 square to Roderick. Now, Roderick, how would you like to be closer to the battle?
You're going to have to toss me.
This is my type
tell
of
me
toss. Just real quick.
Nobody tosses a dwarf.
I can't get to this spot right here. Is that correct?
No, that would be 15 to stand up, and then you've used 25 feet of movement.
But I can get to right there, right?
You can always just Eldritch Blast him.
I should just blast them all the way there.
Alright, from where you're standing, you can see Larg as well. I'd say he's got 3/4 cover, however.
Right. I'm actually gonna cast Thunderstep.
Poor Than.
I'm gonna grab, and I'm gonna. It's okay, then. But I couldn't see where I was gonna go. Otherwise, I would have went and grabbed you, and went. But I was down so far on the stairs that I.
That
couldn't see
will
where I'm-
hit Than. The actual thunderous damage is going to hit Than. Because he's within 10 feet.
He is within 10 feet. I understand. Sorry.
I hope I lose concentration so I can just be drama queen about it.
You are. You know what? Though it's not piercing damage, so I think you're going to be okay. It's a Constitution save, and I think you're great on Constitution saves. So I'm thinking that we want to.
That sounds like famous last words.
Yeah, right. Sounds like we're going to put you right next to the giant, if you're okay with that, Roderick.
Yeah, sure.
All right, then go ahead and I'm going to Thunderstep, boom, and then we'll put ourselves right here. So can we move?
Yep, you
Roderick,
go with him,
right
Roderick.
Do I go?
You'd
Sorry.
be in,
I was behind him. Is that correct?
yeah, you'd be in the same
Yeah.
configuration that you left, and then this sharp, piercing, thunderous energy afflicts you. Make a Constitution save.
Did I just watch Jarek spoon Roderick and then disappear?
That is a very loud bang as well. 300 feet. You wouldn't imagine that reaches all of the, like the entirety of the Svardborg. But it's
Do I
a
make a
loud bang.
concentrate?
Yeah, con save.
Con save?
Yep. That thunder, it's just like a shockwave of thunderous energy, woof, and it hits you for 8 thunder damage there. And that noise, it just causes like heaps of snow to kind of fall off the roof and walls and whatnot. It's like a loud explosion.
And-
There's
Damn
an
it!
avalanche. You get experience for every creature killed in the avalanche. Now level 20.
All right.
Than.
All right, I'm going to move up. 10, 20, 30. Is the next step also difficult?
Let me see where you
If I
are. I was just
Right here.
checking something else. No, it ends at the top step. The difficult terrain.
Okay, so that's 35 to there. I'll bonus action dash. And can I see the giant down below from here?
Yeah, he's
Alright,
got
I'll
half
just-
cover.
I'll toll it dead on him.
And he fails. He's looking very badly injured.
That's the end of my turn.
Rand.
Alright, let's see. I think that's.
I had difficult terrain. Red.
No, not once you got to the top.
I used 35 to get to where I was, and then another 35.
Yep, that's right.
Okay. Then I'll reckless great weapon master this guy.
That's a hit. Alright, you run up and just stick him straight in his leg. And it doesn't cut his leg off. Not quite.
Alright. Let's do it again then.
You draw the axe out and you hit again. And this time it just... It cuts a vital artery and he dies thinking that you're a hill giant. A 6 or 7 foot tall hill giant.
And I got 5 more. I'll move right back there.
He thinks he died by Hill Giant.
Roderick.
Can I see this guy if he's standing? Do I have like a shot on him if he's standing on that table?
3/4 cover from where you're standing.
3/4 cover. I'll just take the shots anyway. I'll move the hunter's mark onto him. And might step to the side of Jarek. So I'm not trying to shoot through him.
That's a direct hit. And he's almost dead. You just put an arrow into a gap of his helm, into the side of his head. You line him up again, and you're going to hit the floor, Roderick.
Yep.
And then the arrow kind of, it ricochets off and hits that same pillar, like over here. Norin.
Gonna bring down the house.
I'm gonna get over here right in his way. Even though I don't think he's gonna live long enough to try to climb up right there. Throw a couple of javelins at him. Try to dot his eyes.
And it's a direct hit.
Damn it.
He falls back onto the table. He splits the wood, knocks over some flagons and whatnot, and arrow is just jutting up out of his head. A bit of blood pisses out of his eye socket like a waterfall. And then the blood kind of freezes on the table because it's so cold. And they're all dead.
Huh.
Wow.
Well, that went better than expected.
Very nice. Very nice down here at the bottom of the stairs with your.
The spikes?
Yeah.
Spike overflows.
Yeah, it's convenient that they didn't think to just stay out of it.
I'm gonna walk
Have all
down.
the little dudes just run through it.
Walk down to Than. Pat him on the back. Sorry about that loud noise.
Can I listen to see if I hear anybody coming? in response?
Sure. So, judging, like, you did, there are lodges ringing the entire Iceberg, but it's a very large area as well, so you're not sure if it would have, like, alerted everything, and doesn't sound like there's anything more. There's just, like, a cold, harsh wind kind of blowing in from the open balcony, and that's about it. All the 1-minute spells, and everyone's, like, bleeding flesh returns to normal and wears off at the end of this fight. Which, there's a lot of icons to take off everyone. Everyone has a lot of stuff on.
I know it is. Good job on managing that fight. That was awesome.
So I'll fly around search.
I'd like
We
to
got lots
search
of-
the
There's
giant-
just giant
I'd-
bodies everywhere.
like to
We got a
search
lot
the
of
giant
searching
that
to do
had,
here.
Antlers like me.
Yeah, one of them has antlers. It's a
Oh, that's scary.
one of them has literally a white dragon skull for a helm. Another one does have these giant kind of horns. They look like dragon horns have been split at the ends. They have giant-sized weapons. Some of them are well armored than others. Some of them are armed like hunters with bows and spears. Some of them wear patchwork armor and wield great axes. Their weapons and bodies are just scattered everywhere. Already starting to collect a little bit of ice from this cold wind blowing in from the north.
So when we peeked out the door, it's been a week. Did we see anything that looked like it might be the main? Anything that looked bigger than
The tunnel?
the other lodges?
The one where Than jumped on the door handle and then... Alright, so what you saw is the center of like the lagoon, basically. It's like a donut shape, Svardborg. And there are lodges entombed in the ice in a ring formation around the donut. There were several large ships. None of them were large enough to be like a main mode of transport away from the Svardborg. Maybe just short expeditions, ice fishing, whale hunting and whatnot. None of them were in the same league as the giant warship that you guys saw. But still, there was a few of them. There was 3 of them. They like kill boats, great ships. There were other lodges. There were 3 of these ships. And that's about all you saw. Basically, I mean, you mainly just saw a couple of giants on one of these kill boats. One of the great ships, like quite close to you all, and some others working on other ships. Some ice, like these tribal warriors were like chipping out one of the ships that were entombed in ice, carving it out of the ice. And there are other lodges that have been exhumed from the ice. You only saw it for a brief moment. There are definitely other lodges inhabited here. Minimum of 3 others from what you saw.
Yeah, so I'm thinking we want to try to find what we came for in GTFO, right?
Yes, that would be best.
Hey, comes and gives you a big hug, Lily, knowing that any moment could be its last.
Oh yeah. He lives on the Ragged Age.
Alright, let's take a 10-minute break now and have a think about what the next plan of action is. Owens has a point.
Alright.
You only really need to recover that rune, but where the rune is, maybe you could ask one of these giants.
$64,000 quid.
Anyone got
Speak
locate
with
object?
dead.
And you could spare one once in a while.
We
Sand
can
can
take
save them.
Spare? I don't know what you. What does that mean? I don't get it.
You could resurrect one of the small dudes. It's only like 500 gold or something. A diamond.
Yeah, they wouldn't know.
Well, I'm sure looting the giants is going to take a while.
Yeah.
Lily wants to sit down for an hour.
So are we thinking that we cleared that whole middle area? Like everybody from that middle area came through? Probably.
Maybe.
We
I
pulled a
didn't.
lot
I
of
didn't
them.
see
I don't-
really how much was there.
Yeah, so I could actually never see any of the what were they? The humans that were coming in. So I actually don't know how many died from those spikes, from that spike growth.
I think everybody did a really great job bottlenecking and basically preventing them all from being able to attack at the same time.
It went pretty well. Nobody went down. And as I'm looking at it, not very many people that got hit hard. So
Like I said, I wouldn't mind a rest, but
well, you do know I love these little naps that we take whenever you guys want to.
Oh yeah, it super helps you, doesn't it?
It does.
Well, I guess it all depends on if we alerted anybody.
Right. I mean, all of them yelling and coming, leaving the center area. I don't know if that would have alerted anybody either. I mean, that's a pretty big deal. But I'll see you guys in 5.
Is anybody there?
I'm here.
So we must be getting better. We didn't have to tuck tail and run.
There was definitely some strategy used throughout the fight. It is nice not to have to run from a fight.
Yeah, I know when we ended last week, it was like, oh crap. Luckily, all the little guys killed themselves. I thought there was more Yetis.
Yeah, I thought there were too. Maybe they don't have as much health as I remember them having.
Yeah, I guess that's possible.
It has been a while since we had to fight them.
welcome back to anybody else that's back.
Yep, Rend is here.
Hello.
That's not a lot of damage, that 3d10 most of the time. It's a con save, which most of our fighters are pretty good at con saves. So I thought it would be a good idea to use that sometimes to bring somebody who's far away from combat straight into combat. If that works.
Over that thunder step thing?
Yeah. If we weren't on the stairs, I totally would have grabbed the person behind me and taken them. That would not have damaged me.
Well, that's like Dimension Door that does damage too?
And no, well, it's kind of, well, Dimension Door I think has a further distance that it can go. Whereas,
Dimension Door is 500 feet. Thunder Step is 90 feet, but you have to be able to see like Misty Step.
exactly.
Oh.
I was just thinking the sound of thunder could also just be mistaken for actual thunder.
Right. Yep. This is Storm King's Thunder. Yeah, I didn't do darkness that whole combat, guys.
I noticed.
Had to concentrate on the enemies abound.
Hey, that worked out really well.
It seemed like it worked okay, right?
But also helped that we didn't focus down the one she hit with it immediately.
Right. They do get to make a saving throw every time they get hit. Every attack. Every time they take damage.
Yeah, well, heck, that one did, what, like over 50 points of damage to the to that other giant.
Oh, yeah. So that's kind of one way of mitigating some of the damage. Just casting that on the guys that are in the back.
Hey David, your mic is still. I don't know if you're like leaning back and forth and you have a still mic or something, but it's getting real quiet and then coming back in.
Well, let me see if I can adjust some of the settings.
Did you get a new mic since you started playing with us? Or did you change it?
No, but the output volume was down a little bit. Is that better?
Because you used to be like pretty clear originally.
Right. Is this a little bit better?
Yeah. Well, that it's more when you like talk in sentences rather than just short. Do you know what I mean? When you're actually trying to talk or describe what you're doing during your turn, you fade in and out as you're talking.
So let's try this. So the imp can enter into a contract to serve another creature as
Yeah,
a familiar
you're fading in and out.
Okay.
To me, anyways.
Yeah, I didn't get a. Let me do push to talk.
It's ironic. The thing that comes through the clearest is every round when you say "Ken." Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can, but now we can.
Could be a Discord setting. It could be like noise reduction. It wouldn't be input sensitivity though, because I would just straight up cut you out if you don't have enough decibels.
Right. Okay. How about this? Is this any better if I just use push to talk?
Yeah.
Wasn't
So
for
far.
me.
It was not for you.
No, it wasn't. Not for me. I don't know. Maybe it is a Discord thing.
Alright, so this is immediately after the fight. You've just caught your breath, basically. You look around, dead frost giants everywhere. What do you do?
Start searching. Did we search all these bodies and see if there's anything?
Get all the copper pieces.
Collect all the coppers, exactly.
The giants, unsurprisingly, didn't bring any valuables to come and kill you guys with. They just brought their weapons and armor, which is too big for any of you guys to use.
To the ships.
Everything has like it's like a Nordic theme to everything. So like their mostly they wear this patchwork armor, which in the Frost Giant handout, it's pretty much what most of them are wearing. Some of them have like these fancy helms on. A couple of them have these kind of diamond-shaped shields, and they all have a bag slung over their back, or they had one on them. There's just throwing rocks in them, just so they had a ranged attack, basically. So if they do hold some sort of treasure, they must be in a different lodge or somewhere else.
Well, let's search all the rooms, I guess. Or look in these. Can I look in these?
I think we
This
searched the
this has
rooms
been searched.
last time.
Yeah, we were.
Yeah, been thoroughly searched. Downstairs, it's been thoroughly searched. So this lodge cleared.
All right.
I agree with them. To the ships.
All right. Right. Ships were down here, right?
Okay.
I'll fly down.
I like the direction you went with first.
So you guys going downstairs into like the ice tunnel where you saw the frost giants?
Yeah.
Yeah, we opened the door and then had to close it.
All right.
They respawn.
Whoever's opening the door, just give me an athletics check, and I'm gonna move you guys straight on over to that map. Whoever's pushing the door. You've still got fly up as well, Thomas. You've got it for about 5 minutes. And alright, Ren's having trouble opening the door this time. He's too tired from the previous fight.
Exactly.
Too much leg cutting off. It's hard to get through those giants' legs. Someone else want to give it a go?
Thought I then tried.
Dawn.
Oh, yes. You just do it with one hand, then. You just push rend, and then the door opens. Alright.
Shove me through the door.
You peer out into the tunnel. Let me just move everyone onto the map so you guys can see. And it's cold and windy and somewhat silent. So I'll just move you guys up. You've still got your icy mantle, Than. Roderick, you've still got your hunter's mark. Norrin, you've still got your potion. Alright, so good. Everyone can see. So this is literally just like a tubular tunnel of ice. And you can see this kind of luminous blue glow from the sun, kind of catching the reflections of the tunnel. And when you peer out from the tunnel, you see these great ships. They're about 100 foot long. They look like they could fit a few frost giants. They're about the equivalent of a kill boat. They have a step down mast, oars. One of them is actually chained to the wall. There's like a wooden plank that could be used to access the boat, the ship. There's another ship over here and another one over here. And over here you actually see some of these tribal warriors still, like, you can vaguely see their little forms kind of picking away at the ice. It looks like they've been left to work. They're being supervised by a Yeti. They don't really, like, as long as you're not going out in the open, you won't need to make any sort of stealth check to obscure yourself from them.
Did we kill enough of them? Sorry. Did we kill enough of them to disguise ourselves as them?
Yeah, there's multiple bodies on the ground. You could don their clothes and try and look like one of them, as long as you're not wearing anything more than light armor.
I'll wear the giant dragon skull.
Literally just a dragon skull, and it's just like walking along the ground, and then just stop, walk up a bit closer, stop. They just see a skull coming closer to them.
Perfectly blending in.
That is
Making sand people noises on the way.
that is 100% a rend stealth attempt.
Oh, that is awesome.
All right, so this giant iceberg, I described it pretty good before with like the donut shape. All of these lodges are perched on sheer cliffs of ice, and then some of the cliff here, it's like a 50-foot drop down to this frigid water. I think you guys, do you have water walking up? I don't think so.
No.
You would imagine if you went for a dip in that frigid water, it would be very uncomfortable unless you had like resistance to cold damage. Now, the cliffs are not evenly spaced. They're like 50 feet here, but over here, they're a bit lower. If you had to guess, you would say 30 feet. Who knows why you would make that guess. But no, yeah, you can see the height there, 30 feet. And there is actually a wooden dock only about 10 feet above the water level. It looks like some sort of dry dock. There is a tunnel or like a slide that could be used to transport a ship down. So you feel maybe this is where they build the ships. This lodge. There's no other frost giants around. And everyone make me a perception check while you're here. Alright, Norin, you notice a dark patch in the water over here. It looks like a submerged tunnel, you could say.
Okay.
Like it's deep in the water, it's like just a dark patch of the water. You only kind of just notice it with your perception. Other than that, it's freezing here. It's ice cold winds. It's daytime, so everything's illuminated.
Should we go down and check out the
It doesn't seem like this place is on high alert.
At least until they find these bodies.
Yeah. Well, until the Jarl comes back. I mean, we saw it and he's still out hunting. Presumably.
Well, there's a ship right ahead of us, right?
There's a tunnel over here as well. You notice that actually, Norin, Rend. It's like a tunnel carved into the ice. So it looks like you can access this lodge, and that's it. Only one other lodge seems to be kind of carved out of the ice enough to be accessed from this location.
I want to go to the other lodge. I want to check out the ship.
We can, yeah, sure, Lily. That sounds good.
Yeah, if we can do a short rest, that won't be a bad idea.
Are you worried about the Jarl coming back? I think, I don't care. Worth a shot.
Well, if the Jarl has the rune, then we're not worried about him coming back, are we?
Guess we want him to, huh?
We don't have to.
So where do you want to go for short rest?
Oh, it's okay. We don't have to.
Go
Just
back or?
to the building? Yeah, that would be a sort of safe place, kind of.
Back
We'd
in the
probably
building?
hear if anyone was coming, because it'd be like, oh, everyone's
How far-
dead. What happened here?
How far is the water down from the edge?
50.
50
50-foot drop.
50 feet.
Sheer drop.
Okay.
So to get to that other lodge, we got to go all the way around.
And when Norn noticed this thing in the middle of the water here, what was it? Can you
A
describe that
submerged tunnel, it seemed like. It's like a dark patch, so it seems like it's like a tunnel down there. You would,
Strange.
Giant dragon turtle lives down there.
So we have a few options if we're not taking a rest. I mean, we could go over here and go in another. We could check out the ship. We could go back out, and then out through the front doors of the lodge that we just took out a lot of giants in, and then go around to the east to get to this lodge. Which is presumably where they build ships.
Well, let's take a short rest before we venture into anything else. For now.
Alright, heading back in for a rest.
Yep.
Okay.
Let's go back to the
Yeah, you guys head back in, pull up a dead giant to lean up on, and everyone take a short rest. No other company joins you on your rest. And Norin, you kind of shrink back down to your regular size.
Yep.
And Than, your icy mantle's still up. And did you just do a first level hunter's mark, Roderick?
Yeah, it
Okay.
was just first.
That goes away. You guys are feeling a bit better, just dealing with the cold okay.
So
You all got cold weather clothing on, so you're okay with the freezing temperatures for now.
So what direction did everybody want to go? Is our plan to just go to the next building in line, or to try to mess with the boats?
Is there? Well, if we can reach a ship, let's just go in there, search it. Whatever's closest, whatever ship is closest, we'll start with that one. That's what I think.
I'd say the familiars as well, they would probably ask to be just shunted away for the 1 hour so they don't freeze. So I presume that you do that. Except for Heyu. It's not quick enough for Heyu. Heyu dies of cold exhaustion. I'm joking. But yeah, they they obviously don't have cold weather clothing, but you can just put them in a pocket dimension for the entirety of the rest. Get them back out when you're
Or
done.
just in the pocket.
Yeah, they could probably huddle up close to you guys as well. Huddles up too close to Lily, and Lily accidentally crushes Heyu to death.
It's not the first time.
Suffocates.
When you
Hey,
sit
by lying
down-
down.
You sit down and realize you had
Forgot that he was in your
it
clothes.
in your back pocket.
Heyu's alive and well. Let's go for a record.
Oh,
Wait, where is Heyu? Or did you already put Heyu away? Or did I
I
forget
didn't do
Heyu?
anything.
Okay.
Oh, he was underneath Roderick.
He was hiding in Roderick's beard. Or Ren's beard.
That's right.
oh shit.
I like the idea. He's just nesting in his beard.
Alright. You guys are all rested up. And you're ready to make your next plan of attack. Oh.
Alright, let's go to the nearest ship.
Ship or build?
I'd say ship, and then we
That
can
Might
just go
use
around and
cast
rebuild.
that trace just so that we can
Sneak on?
avoid.
I can ritually cast Water Walk for us too, if you want.
That's actually not a bad
So
idea.
that
Yeah.
stealthy walk across the water.
Okay.
What's that?
We could.
You do a water walking ritual. What's that, 10 minutes?
Yep.
Okay. Alright, everyone has water walking up now.
Alright, you want to go look at the ship? Sneak onto the first ship that's right outside the door.
Yep, let's do it.
Okay. Give me a group stealth check. So absolutely everyone, including familiars, make a stealth check. At least that makes 9 of you, so at least 5 people have to pass. Everyone has a plus 10 as you lay low to the snow. And you're trying to not be spotted by the Yeti, basically.
Pretend to be an elk.
Okay.
That would
You move across to the great ship. You've not been spotted. Thanks to Roderick.
How'd these ships even get in here?
They can fit. They could fit. Or,
Probably a.
as mentioned earlier, they may have been just built here. And then... But yeah, they can fit through this... there's like a massive archway of ice they could fit through.
Is a chance.
Oh, I didn't see any of that. That's why I asked.
These ships could fit, but the one that you guys fought on at Port Last, there's no way that would fit through here.
Is this another tunnel?
Yep, there's another tunnel leading into this lodge.
Oh, convenient.
You just notice it when you come around here. Alright, so this great ship. So this ship is quite large. It's attached by a large iron spike, which is attached to a chain. And there is there's a large plank, 15-foot wide game plank, that is easily wide enough for you guys to get across. It's very easy, it's not too slippery or nothing. And there's also a thick rope that's just kind of hanging loosely that could be used to tie the ship up or attach an anchor to it or something. Inside, it looks finely crafted, this great ship, and there is large piles of snow on the interior, and a large net tied down onto the interior that's full of items that have been concealed under one of these weighted nets. Some large casks of wine, a wooden mannequin clad in a fur shawl, a set of bagpipes, Roderick, a wax
Specifically for Roderick.
I
and
mean,
there's
I'm not proficient in them, but from the sounds of it, no one is. So
there
I
is
mean,
a
Nobody
large.
can tell if you're proficient.
You can just automatically play them, Roderick, as long as you have a Scottish accent. It's basically you just speak Scottish into it, and then it comes out as bagpipes. You see. So there's actually a large wax-sealed wooden tube that hasn't been opened yet, and a waterlogged book. So it's all held together under a net. You're just viewing these items from inside the net at the moment.
Let's open that wax seal.
Yeah.
Okay.
let's read their mail, even though it's a federal offense.
Alright, it'll be an athletics check to actually just try and pull the net off, because it's a weighted net. Unless you just want to cut through it. Alright.
I was gonna say.
Dan just grabs that shit like a bed sheet and he just pulls it straight off. So, are you all work together to appraise? I'll presume everyone's in the ship at this stage as well, unless specifically you don't want to be in the ship.
Is Roderick playing the bagpipes
I know.
on the plank?
Alright, so you itemize this plunder. It looks like these were maybe stolen from some of the settlements on the coast. So 5 casks of wine. They're not very expensive ones. They're literally worth 1 GP each. The wooden mannequin, it kind of just looks like a person, a featureless person in a fur shawl. It's worth 10 GP. It's like life size. It's got strings and it's like a marionette. And
That's so they can sail on the carpool lane.
there's the bagpipes with a nice kind of. It's got like a what's that design, like tartan design, and inside the wax seal there are 5 nautical charts. They detail the Sword Coast.
I point out the mistakes.
They're pretty accurate. They show most locations on the Sword Coast. So you've got Icewind Dale area, then you've got like Neverwinter, Luskin, all the way down to Waterdeep, basically.
That's what was in the wax seal?
Yep. So 5 charts in total, worth 25 GP each. And then
Nice.
the book is actually a spell book. And Lily, roll me a 1d4. Seems you're the one that can use
Throw it
it.
overboard.
There, a lot of the pages are ruined. And roll me 7d6. Alright, that's all
Pretty
the
poor rolling on my part.
that's all that
You take
loot.
18 damage.
And you take a look at the spell book, Lily, and a lot of the spells have been destroyed because of their waterlogged. But there is 4 level 2 spells, a level 4 spell, level 5 spell, and a level 1 spell. And You can go ahead and just choose those spells, whatever you want. Basically, for every D6 roll, there's like that level of spell. So for the 2s, you've got 4 level 2 spells. Just choose spells that you're going to actually use and need. That's what it contains. You can do that you don't have to do that right now. But just do it before next session, basically. And yeah, there's some treasure in here. Other than that, harpoons, fishing gear, nets. Looks like they like to hunt whales because they have a large drawing of a whale with a harpoon in it.
It's a frost of giant stabbing it.
A frost giant, yeah, stabbing it. But
it says
no,
research.
there is a log. There's like a fishing log, and it just says that it looks like catches have actually been pretty bad. I haven't really caught any whales lately. Just
Aboleth.
fish, which would be a good sized fish for you guys, but so small that it wouldn't really sustain a frost giant. Other than that, that's all there is in this great ship.
Alright,
Okay.
should we go to the other lodge then?
Yeah, let's do
Sure.
it.
You want to head down this tunnel?
Yeah.
Okay. It's the same thing. It looks like this lodge is mostly entombed in ice, and there's just been a 7-foot diameter tunnel carved out. I'll have someone make an athletics check to open the door. I'll move you
I'll
guys
do
onto another map.
Drop Roderick.
I don't even know what you do, Roderick. You're just pushing with one finger. And you can't open it. But Fan, you just go over and just look at the door and it opens. You lift the entire lodge up and hold the door down in one spot.
Storm giant
Hold door.
shards to open the door.
Alright, you push it open and the cold, icy wind blasts in on you. And you can see a large collection of snow and slippery ice. Outside of combat, you don't really need to worry about it because you can just slowly move through it. And you see a room here. It's the same dimensions as the other lodge. There is giant oars hanging from the walls of this room. And they're kind of hanging up like ornaments on the wall. They look like relics. There is giant tracks. Anyone can spot them. Giant-sized footprints cut through the snow, leading up these stairs by the looks of it.
Ren points them out to everybody.
Can we get an
Those
idea
stairs.
of how long ago they might have done that?
You could do a survival check. Within a day. So, the wooden staircase hugs the southern wall, makes its way up. Same thing, difficult terrain to climb up. There is a door here as well.
Oh, there's a door there.
I want to try the
Oh, door.
before we go upstairs.
Get through this door.
We'll clear the bottom.
Oh, door.
Alright, someone jumps up on the door handle while Than pushes. And you see an enormous, absolutely enormous room. This lodge is even more impressive than the previous one. It's a feast hall, and it looks like there are more giant footprints that have been tracked through this area. You can see snow built up everywhere, large clumps. And everything is illuminated by this ice blue continual flame sconces that are jutting out of the walls, supporting with wooden pillars supporting the ceiling. There are 6 massive wooden tables here. Each one is close to 10 feet tall. Some of them are only 5 feet tall, and they're arranged about the room. So some of them look like standing tables, like a bar sort of thing. Some of them are sitting tables. And yeah, you would imagine this is where they would gather to eat. You can see on the lower tables wooden goblets and scraps of frozen meat lying strewn upon them and collected underneath them. And razor sharp looking stalactites of ice clinging to the ceiling. There are frozen rafters 30 feet overhead. And
Did they kill a woolly mammoth? What the fuck is that in the middle of the room?
in the center of the room, there is exactly that. A dead woolly mammoth.
Shit.
Thawing. It looks like it was frozen. It looks like it's thawing at the moment. And it's actually suspended on a wooden spit. There are also some large barrels about the room. And some of the icicles move. Something, it kind of moves. It like flutters a little bit and then perches back onto the ceiling.
Wait.
And resumes that same look of a icy stalactite. It's an ice method. It just kind of flies a little bit, flutters from its location, moves about 10 feet, and then rests back on the ceiling, blending in with the surrounding environment. And looking around, there are dozens of stalactites on the ceiling.
Fireball. Why not?
Occasionally you see an eye kind of open up in one of the stalactites. They're all 30 feet overhead. There's a large curtain curtaining off another hallway to the south. Doors, like entry doors over here to the east. Oh, Sam goes jumping over there.
No, that was... You moved the map on me.
You got slingshotted. Yeah, I know. Now, these curtains are huge, but because of that, you can just slip straight through the side of them. There's large gaps in them. To the south wall here, there's actually some wooden racks and hooks. There's fishing equipment, harpoons, nets, coils of rope. The curtains seem to be made of some sort of leather, some sort of hide. Could be whale hide or walrus hide. There's a door set to the western wall.
Wait for Than to open it.
Someone can jump up, turn the handle down, and Tham can try and open it. Was that your check there, the 15?
Yep.
That's enough. You slide it straight open. Roderick goes for another little wee ride. And there's another room here. And it looks like a storage area. There are shelves with like large, it's basically crockery and cutlery.
Check this little closet over in the corner here.
Okay, there is a giant-sized broom in there.
Is this door open?
And there is also a dustpan and brush, but the brush is like way bigger than a broom would be for you.
It's like a sled.
Yeah.
Try to use the broom to fly.
This does not fly.
It falls and crushes you.
It falls and crushes hay. And yeah, this door's already open when you get here. It's more storage. Looks like mainly food supplies, but also you know, there are crates and barrels. Some of the lids are open, so you can climb up and take a look in. Looks like it's full of salt and wine and ale. Some of the barrels are like size for you guys as well, suggesting that these were taken from some of the locations that they've plundered along the Sword Coast.
I'll start chugging ale.
Alright, Thomas just starts swimming around in one of these barrels. Looks like he's...
Drink any of you assholes under the table any day.
Are you still immune to being drunk?
Yeah, any day in the next 6 days. I will drink any of you under the table.
It just makes you kind of
Sorry,
feel a bit full, rather than you don't get any sort of buzz from it. There's another door here.
Jump up and grab the doorknob.
Alright, then you just pick the door
That's
up
a beast.
off the hinge and just put it to the side. And there is just more barrels and barrels and barrels of wine here. Dozens and dozens and dozens of them. Other food supplies. There must be like years and years worth of food here for you guys.
Always ready for a feast.
That's definitely their feast hall.
What's this little alcove?
Broom closet.
Oh, yeah.
Are these curtains just decorative in the hallway here?
Yeah, they show more scenes of frost giants reaving the seas, great hordes of fish in nets, and there's like a frost giant picking up a whale with one hand. It's like dramatized.
Huh.
They're like made to look godly.
Can I look behind the curtain?
They wade through the ocean, and yeah, there's like large gaps as the curtain ripples, and it's just a wall here, Thomas. Nothing special. A couple more methods flitter around, but they don't seem to be bothering anyone. I feel like they just live here. It's a perfect environment for them.
Guess we can check upstairs.
These double doors on the other side, are they?
They must be facing outwards. They're all frozen,
Doors to get
frozen over.
Okay.
Alright, you guys take a look around. Doesn't look like anyone's home. These stairs creak loudly when you climb up them.
Wow, even if they're creaking for our weight, they must be creaking heavy for them.
There's someone up here. A fur-clad human.
Huh.
I'll move you guys on to the second floor.
It's a furry.
Ah, what happened to Lily?
10 fairies.
Did you just disappear,
Lily's-
Lily? Oh, no, there
I'm
you
on
are.
the stairs.
Okay.
Yeah, go up a little further, Lily.
You just disappeared on my map for a second. Alright, let's move you guys up to the next floor.
Remember, fight on the stairs.
He,
Oh, I thought that was his hair at first.
Quinn.
he's looking defensive. And you can see he's got a spell up that makes his skin look like stone. And he hasn't like tried to hide himself from you all. He looks to be in good health, and he scrutinizes you all.
We can fix that.
Just give us the shard, we'll be on our way.
He might just be a short giant.
Ha! I heard there was some trouble. You're the ones that caused that loud bang earlier, or you're not?
I've got the scars to prove it.
Maybe.
I did not
Oh,
expect
look
to
at
see others here of my stature, let's say. Who are you?
I think that's not as important as for us to know who you are.
You a prisoner?
My name is Nilron Darlost, and I been kidnapped from me house and home in Port Last.
Oh,
I'm a Luskan originally. The clothing, it was given to me by the Frost Giants.
does he look like he's, or does it sound like he's bullshitting?
Make a insight check. And I feel like maybe he's hiding something. He seems to be in good health.
I
Doesn't really look like a prisoner. He's not shackled. He's freely roaming around in this room.
Why are you still here if the giants are gone?
Why am I here? Where am I going to go? What? Try and swim away? I've told you who I am now. Who are ye?
You're the giant slayer.
The giant slayers. Cute.
Yeah, it's an indie rock band.
I don't want any trouble from none of you.
Well, where does the Jarl keep his headquarters? Which building?
Jarl?
Yeah.
You're in his lodge. He's not
This is
in
his
at the
lodge.
moment. Aye. It sure is.
Oh, good to know.
Where's he sleep? I didn't see a bed.
Trouble
Is that why
where I
he keeps
do-
you here? Like the perfect height to... No, never mind.
I think he sleeps on his ship.
Where does he keep his stuff?
Hold on now. I've told you who I am. You've told me nothing about yourself other than the giant slayers. What are you then? Lord's Alliance? Harpers? Zentarum?
Well,
Adventurers.
we're adventurers and potentially your saviors if you're willing to tell us the true reasons why you're here.
Alright, to
Also,
conceal
we're the chosen of Anim the Allfather.
that you're a harper, make a deception check. He'll incite you to see if you're lying.
All of us or just me?
Whoever just spoke. And if you're a harper and you don't say anything.
Orange's not a harper. So.
Alright, he looks at you, Than. A bunch of adventurers made their way all the way to Svardborg, and you've got no assistance from any of the great factions of the north. I find that hard to believe. I don't know why you'd conceal that from me, but I can tell you're lying every time you lie.
I can tell you're lying as well every time you lie.
You tense your muscles like you're going to rip off a door or something.
Or a
That's
head.
potentially true. Potentially true.
Well, I just don't go telling everybody whom I'm affiliated. It's not our way.
I've told you who I am, and I've
Who
not
are you
lied to
affiliated
you.
with?
I was taken from
I'm
port
Lily.
last. I used to make potions for the people of the village. The frost
And-
giants raided and they took me. The Jarl wants to
what
use
use-
me for some sort of magical experiment.
And so they're using you and you've been kept alive and well by... Or for what?
It's not
What are
really
you
their
providing?
style no more.
I told you. They want to use me for some sort of magical experiment. Because of my knowledge of the arcane.
Ah.
And you're here meaning to
Wait,
do them
but they hate
harm.
magic.
Why not just leave this place?
They need magic for what they are intending.
No, because I'm their future leader, and my people don't like magic.
Sure, I'd love to leave this place. Will you gladly take me along? Because I've got no other way off this shithole, Iceberg.
If we get what we have come for, maybe.
And
Sure.
what's
Help
that?
us retrieve the shard that we're looking for and we'll gladly help you out of here.
What shard are you talking about?
We're looking for a rune.
A rune? And what purpose does this have?
Giant business.
I don't know nothing about no rune. Is that what you're here for, though? A rune?
Correct.
Indeed.
I've no qualm with any of you.
Well, can you show us where the Jarl might keep his valuable?
I told ya! Aboard his ship! The Krigvind. Warwind is what it's called in our tongue.
In your tongue.
Can
What
I-
is that?
Am I able to start searching the room for any anything hidden or stashed away or secret? Anything?
Sure. So this room contains. You can make a perception check. It contains a wooden table, some large barrels, a crate, and a cabinet without doors, where there are 3 giant-sized cloaks hanging there. A door against the south wall. No other secrets.
I want to ask him. So we know that the Jarl is not here at the moment. Do you know when he is going to?
He comes up to you and you notice he's got blonde hair underneath that shaggy fur coat, piercing blue eyes. But he has this perpetual scowl. He'll be back soon, and then we'll see if you're giant slayers. I'd like to see you take on 20 giants at once. Good luck with that. I hope it's
still
worth
working
it
on the
for
at
you,
once part.
Rune.
I'd like to, if I can cast guidance on myself while he's talking to Norin, and try to pickpocket him as I walk by towards the door.
Alright, you could make a sleight of hand check.
Oh, I don't know where that is. Oh, there it is.
Alright, you do cast guidance, so he does kind of get your attention. And what do you do, Than? You just kind of like bump into him? Or brisk?
Yeah, just do the brush and the bump and grab or whatever. Just say excuse me as I'm walking by.
We know what you're grabbing.
Alright,
Take his family jewels.
you reach into his pocket and you pull out a wooden. There's a wooden scroll tube. Felt like he had a couple other things in there as well. But you get a wooden scroll tube. It was kind of basically on his belt. He just snatched it up quite easily.
Okay.
The other seemed actually concealed on the interior pockets of his cloak, and it would be very hard to get. Nice cloak though, wolf fur by the looks of it. Definitely not the style that they would wear in Luskan, or a Luskan area.
Was there anything in these barrels or crates? I didn't hear if you said there was.
Alright, you can't see inside them unless you climb up, because they're giant sized. The barrel themselves, you can like cling onto the side. You should be able to do that, Lily. You just get and poke your head over, and they're empty. Nothing inside. The crate is got a wooden lid on top, and that will require an athletic check for you to try and climb up, lift the lid, and peer inside.
Oh shit!
And you've been watching Than how he opens the doors, and it's just filled full of packing straw, top to the brim.
That seems weird.
Hey, dig around a little in there.
Yeah, you can jump in there. You'd literally have to jump inside to take a meaningful look. So you guys just see Lily dive into the crate. And there's nothing in there, Lily. It's just packing straw.
Check out all this straw I found.
Good job.
So, what's your plan then, lads?
What's beyond this door here?
That leads to the other part of the lodge, of course. That's where the wolves
Perfect.
sleep.
That's where we're going. Since you were asking.
Yeah, it's just super helpful, isn't it?
Yep.
So, are you going to rescue me then? Get me out of here?
No,
Are you
you're not
helping us
very
get this
helpful. I don't
ruined?
see much
So-
reason.
Give us a reason to
Oh.
help you, friend.
Huh.
I don't
So
see
you're
why
all
we
in
wouldn't
it for
help him.
yourself then? You care
Has
not
he given
about
us a
someone
reason
who's
not to
been
help him?
captured from the Frost Giants?
What frost giants?
Oh, they'll be back.
I say we help him.
And
How many are on the Jarl's ship?
I think you're quite impressive to make it this far, but let's be honest. There's no way you're going to survive in a fight against the Jarl. If I was you, I'd just leave right now. Unless you're looking for certain death.
Nothing is ever certain, friend.
Maybe you're the Arl.
You're a funny lad.
Does he
Yeah, I
seem
mean,
like
one
he
thing-
wants to escape?
You can make an insight check. He attempts to push on this door. Someone give me a hand! And he's not opening it.
No, you have to do this. I'm gonna like pick him up and like hang him from the doorknob.
And choke him out.
First.
Alright, yeah, Lily, you feel like he doesn't want you guys to fight the Frost Giants. You feel like there's more to this guy. He's not just a prisoner. There's something going on.
He's married to one.
Look,
Alright.
friend, why don't we cut out the bullshit and you tell us what's really going on here?
Huh. Oh, how insightful of ya. What's really going on then? Let me guess. I'm the leader of all these Frost Giants, and beyond that door, I've got a whole party waiting to ambush you all.
I mean, it's happened before.
And then, we're going to twist your heads off, and drink from your neck holes. And bathe in your blood and have a grand feast. Ah! And he jumps off on the door handle and you push him and the door swings open. He seems to be wanting to make his way this way. And just as he said, it's a wolf's den. It's strewn with large bones. There's a frost-covered barrel in the southwest corner. The place kind of smells like animal. And there are large furs just piled up on the ground.
You said he's got something going on with his skin right now, so he's like.
Yeah, he seems to be kind of. Are we just letting him join us? I guess is that what we're doing?
I'm just walking right beside him.
Until he proves he needs to be dealt with.
Someone help us with this door.
Same,
He jumps
just
up on
happen
the
to be going
handle.
the same direction at the moment.
What if we put him in a barrel and sneak him out of here?
And Ren pushes it open, and like immediately when the door opens, there are like 2 winter wolves flanking the door and 2 frost giants like ready for you all, and they attack immediately.
Okay.
They must have heard you guys, and obviously that boom from before had alerted them. Looking around this room, Rend, I guess you're the one that sees the most. There are 2 winter wolves flanking the door. There's a ladder leading up to a 3rd floor, and there are 2 hefty-looking frost giants. One of them has a warhammer in his hand, and one of these Krieg shields, and the other one has like what looks like the belaying pin of his ship, studded with spikes that's been modified to be a morning star. They look pretty tough. There's a table. There is a polar bear fur laid out on the ground, and there is a large stone thrown with what looks like a horn of some description on it, and some large eggs piled up in this corner of the room.
You said
Eggs.
Breakfast.
Make some omelets.
Yep.
Yeah.
Large white eggs. Kind
That's
of
how
have
frost
the.
giants are born.
Fine, let's.
Oh shit!
Frost dragon.
Nilrad calls out. Brace yourselves! Lily, you're out.
Okay. I think we'll try Fire Shield.
Is the
Except,
door
you know,
closed again, or?
Alright, you do the fire shield, warm shield. Gives you
Is
resistance
that
to
the one that's
cold.
good against cold?
Yeah.
Yeah, the one that's good against cold.
Okay. Alright, I think I've got a good little icon for you for that as well. It's like frost resistance, it's called.
Ooh,
Sorry, yeah, frost resistance, protection, ice. It's like a little icy shield icon. I'll just give you that for the fire shield.
And then I hide behind this barrel like a coward.
Okay.
So did this guy slam the door?
He was on the handle. You opened it up, and he jumps down.
I just can't see through there anymore.
Oh, the door? Did the
Yeah, it went dark.
There we go.
Yeah, there we go.
Okay.
All right, Lily, you hide back around the corner here, and you forget Hayu was there, and you crush Hayu, killing him instantly. No, I'm joking.
Actually, I don't know if you heard Seb.
Yeah, you put him
remember
away.
When I said I put him away?
Yeah.
And then I said immediately after that, but it was a little hard to hear, is I wanted to just station him downstairs.
Okay.
Or at the bottom of the stairs.
All right.
He's not part of this.
Okay, he hangs out there. All right, this winter wolf just runs forward. Arrgh. And when it gets here, it tries to grab onto your leg, Ren, and bite you. Surprise, motherfucker! The winter wolf says. Make a strength saving throw.
Alright.
Because they can speak in
What
common.
language is that in?
Common.
Okay.
And he tries to drag you by the leg. He bites you for 9 piercing damage.
Alright.
Alright, nut. He just had, like, they've got some rocks piled up here, like they're ready to toss them at you guys, and that's exactly what he's going to do. He's going to throw a rock at you, Ren.
Is the wolf giving me cover?
Half cover, but 28. He just does a bit of an underarm toss. It arcs straight over the top of the wolf, pff, lands directly down on you for 27 bludgeoning damage, and then raises his shield arm, and the flat head of his ward hammer is just sitting next to him. The handle kind of rises up, so it's within an easy reach of him grabbing it if he wants. Fan.
Well, it looks like we found your friends, didn't we?
Hey, friends. You mean my captors? Spread out. We'll take these fuckers out. We can get cover at the back there near the throne, he says.
Yeah, this bastard could have gave us heads up.
I'll think I'll cast Bless. I'll put one on Rend, myself, and Norin again.
Thank you.
Thank you, Fan.
And then I'll put bonus action. I'll do. I guess I'll just put the help action on the wolf as a bonus action, and then maybe I'll move out to just this corner here, and then I'll end my turn there.
Yeah, there's not really any slippery ice in this area as well until you get to like basically this area. So this is a balcony. It's just open to the air as well, by the way. But yeah, the ground here is all normal terrain. Tikal.
He is just going to move up and out of the room and hide.
Okay, he withdraws and hangs out near Hayu. He becomes one with the air. Jarek.
All right. And you can't hear me right now.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Let's see if I can't push that winter wolf out a bit.
Hit. You have advantage. Roll again. You knock the wolf back. Slides along.
Is there a reason why I had advantage?
Yeah. Because of the Than's help action.
Oh, got
Which,
it.
I don't know, it's amazing that it actually worked. I think that's the first time ever that Than's help action actually did something.
Okay. All right. I'll do it again.
Thanks for pointing that out.
That's a hit. No problem.
All right. We'll put some him back again.
It slides back along the ground.
Alright, we'll quicken it.
The winter wolf yells like a vile kind of a swear against Nilrawn.
You're gonna die for this, human!
12 misses, 28 hits.
And we'll push him back again. And then I will move out of the way. And I'll be done.
Rand.
Huh. So if I move to there, I can't hit the giant, right? Am I out of
Yeah,
reach?
you can actually. You'll be able to reach
Oh,
him.
okay.
Yeah, he's like in this square. He'll
Okay,
be in
I
that
wasn't
one.
sure. In that case, I'm gonna... Yeah, I'm gonna go after the giant instead of the wolf. So I will rage. That down. And then, what did you said this guy was heavily armored?
Yeah. He's got the full kit on.
Okay, then I'm just gonna do. We'll do reckless, but yeah, just regular reckless.
That hits him. And no leg choppy, but a small incision on his leg, in his shin.
Yeah.
And a crit.
I want a crit.
Nice.
Roll 2d6.
Alright, 45 damage. This has got to be a leg chopper. And
Come on,
nope.
leg. Nope.
He's got specially made shin guards.
And I already used my bonus.
Anti-rend shin guards. Alright, Nilrawn is going to head for that throne like he said. He's going to take the dash action. And he just starts running to take cover
He's gonna
behind the
screw us
throne.
over.
Roderick.
Right.
Kill him now.
I think I'm going to go for the... What's his face? Just the one I can see, but yeah. The dog. Well, actually, you can probably get a fair way in. Let's get a good shot. My hunter's mark. That giant. And unleash a flurry of arrows. So, 1.
Alright, he holds up his shield and you can see he's actually pretty good at stopping arrows by the looks of his shield. He's got a heap of arrows already stuck into it. And you just add another one to that collection.
Yeah, well, I've got plenty of arrows, so let's see.
That
Another
hits him. Find a gap in his armor.
And Dread Ambusher.
It's a narrow miss as he brings up his shield and tilts his helm down.
Okay, then I'll Action Surge and do some more.
That hits. And it wouldn't be Dread Ambusher, right? It would be
Oh yeah, sorry.
Hunter's Mark.
Those two.
I roll
I just
an
did the wrong one.
D6. An extra D6 damage for that 8. The natural one's going to be another miss.
Yep. And then this last one will be a Dread Ambusher, Hunter's Mark.
That's another hit. You launch a volley of arrows. A couple of them break on his shield. A few stick into his armor, and he's looking a little bit hurt. He's looking bloody.
Nice. And then I will end my turn.
He's definitely one of the tougher frost giants you've ever encountered. No.
feet. Yeah. So, getting a look at these giants and the wolf there, or the one I'm assuming there's another wolf on the other side. Do any of them look like they're going after old dude?
Yeah, one of the wolves just said that he's going to die for this. You're dead, human. And yeah, it looks like that wolf's going to chase him. Giants are throwing stuff at you guys, though.
Okay, well, then I'll, I was gonna throw stuff at that wolf, but I'm not now. 'Cause I don't really trust that guy. Alright, make sure I had line of sight there. I'll throw a couple of javelins at, shield dude.
It's a mess.
And 2.
That hits. Just long range, that javelin sticks into his neck.
I always picture you in a track and field outfit when you're throwing javelin.
Richard Simmons shorts.
Those are the ones.
I think Norn would look very strange in a track and field outfit. Yeah, that's about all I got.
Ah, feel the brunt of my cold breath, the Winter Wolf says, as he runs around the corner and opens his mouth and exhales a blast of freezing wind at Roderick and Norrin. It forms a 15-foot cone. Rah! It just explodes out of the... It's a dexterity.
Ah, damn.
Just use your roll if you rolled it. On. Just use the first roll. Alright, you guys both succeed, and you both take 8 points of cold damage.
Sure.
Thomas.
All right. That'll work. Might as well. It's my last 5th level slot.
Alright, you put a synaptic static in the middle of those two giants. There's a zap in the air. They grab their heads and none actually resists. But
Harder than he...
Bjarni fails.
Alright.
He starts slapping himself on the face.
And that's all my movement. No bonus action.
Alright, Bjarni has like a massive belaying pin that he's turned into the equivalent of a morning star. And he kind of stumbles forward. And he makes his way up to Ren. And he swings the spiked belaying pin at Ren. Both hands on it. A giant club, spiked club. And 17. It's a miss.
Woo!
Here comes another one. Oh, he just crashes into the ground. Interposed himself in between these eggs. In protective manner. 23 hits you for 11 piercing. Make a strength... Sorry, that should be a saving throw. Not a check. Saving throw.
Oh, strength.
It just
with
pummels you
with
and
advantage.
almost knocks you off your feet. You don't budge. Lily, you're up.
Okay, I'm gonna come up here so I can see a little. Oh boy, wolves are giant. I'll go with the
Okay,
giants.
soft off.
I'll do a fireball.
On those two giants?
On the two giants, yeah.
I'll give you the template, Lily, so you can position it exactly where you want.
Okay, thank you.
Let's make some omelets.
This is just a suggestion where I'm placing it now. You can move it if you want.
That's pretty good.
Try to get that Zentarium guy too.
Where's he at?
I don't know. He's over here.
Oh,
Nowhere
yeah, no.
close, though.
Yeah, I can't.
Okay.
Let's scare Rand a little bit. Get it right up to him. Right there's fine, so I'll roll the spell here.
Burns my beard off.
Alright, first of all, let me make the dex saves for the giants. This is for Nut. This is for Bjarni. They both fail. One of them's got synaptic static. Alright, the fireball, it scorches them slightly. Nut's actually looking pretty damn hurt. It really burns away a lot of his beard. And you hit one of the eggs. And according to Rend, they're not frost giant eggs. So that's a good development there for Rend.
Well, they're
Oh, is that where the eggs
boiled eggs now.
It breaks the eggs. And the egg opens up, and
Oh,
inside
now I've done.
there is a white dragon wormling that crawls out. Little baby dragon.
Oh
All right.
Sorry, Rand.
But the dragon's like angry. And it's kind of cute though. It's just a little hatchling, but it has a little bit of like frosty breath coming out of its mouth the moment it's born.
Just angry at the world.
It does not say mama. Alright, so it's just a wormling. It's a tiny little dragon. It's like the size of a large dog. And
Good imprint on you, Rend.
I didn't see the eggs there. Sorry about that, guys.
yeah, it's covered. It's like a 4-foot tall egg covered in icy glaze. You crack one open, and yeah, does not get scrambled. Just turns into a dragon. And I'm just waiting for the dragon to actually come on the map.
That doesn't happen when I make eggs in the morning.
It's an evening thing.
And just this dragon's not
Yeah,
appearing
fair
on the map. We'll just give it a second. Anyway, I'll roll it into initiative when it crawls out of its egg. This winter wolf traces Nilron. You fucker! Get back here! Think you can escape now? And the wolf just bites this like invisible armor that surrounds Nilron. Alright, there's the wormling. Alright, Nut. Let's just get this wormling into the initiative. There we go. And, oh, it goes now. Ah! When it hatches, it looks up at the frost giant. It looks at Rend. And it flies in between the giant's legs, and it actually just strafes you with its breath weapon, Rend. It's able to fight straight away from hatching. And it seems to identify you as a threat, so it attacks you. Make a constitution save. It exhales its own little breath weapon. And then it looks over at the winter wolf and says, Mama! Alright, you resist and take 16 cold damage from the white dragon wormling's breath weapon. Nut is going to take his warhammer from the ground, and he's going to try and whack you with it, Rend. And he crits you for 14
Wait,
bludgeoning.
Thomas.
He's going to not move up any closer. Still seems protective of the eggs, and just looks down at you, Rend, and just roars, "You've made a big mistake now!" And attacks you again with his
Warhammer. Oof, he clips you for 6 damage. Than.
Norn is so confused.
The dragon actually did breath weapon the giant as well, but it doesn't do anything to the giant.
Oh, yeah, cool. Damn.
Well, I'm going to cast. Looks like Ren's in a little bit of trouble over there. I will cast. I'm going to cast Life Transference on Rend. So you gain 34 life.
Oh wow.
I imagine though that it looks like you're actually sucking his life.
It's a really good spell.
Pretty much.
It's at a cost, though.
I see this.
I'm okay with you paying it though.
These lines of energy transferring to one another. The pain from
shit.
that fan will cause you to lose concentration on Bless. That was the real cost. Wait a second. Icy Mantle. Does that work on any damage source?
No, that's only piercing, bludgeoning,
Oh, okay.
and just the 3 weapon type damages or whatever.
Yeah.
Slashing.
Physical attacks. It'd be good if, for some reason, you become vulnerable to piercing damage.
That'd be awesome. So that I will also. I'll move a little bit closer towards Rend if I can. And then bonus action, I'll put the help action on this guy over here.
Okay. Not.
And then end my turn.
Jarek.
All right. Let me move on down. Where I can see everyone. Oh, that's a pretty good sight. I can only see 2 winter wolves. So, and a little bit of that guy. So I'm gonna hit this winter wolf that's right in front of me.
It's a hit.
Right, let's move him back.
He slides back 10 feet. Another hit. And you launch him even further. Ooh. Taking him back another 10?
Yep.
Okay.
I'm gonna make him use his movement to come up. All right, do it again. Quickening.
That's a hit. Knocking him back.
10. Yep.
And another hit.
All right. And we'll move him back again.
Alright, you launch him back and he slams into the support beam and the winter wolf here and he's kind of squeezed in.
Nice.
Rand.
All right. Little reckless attack. What's his name? Nut or whatever.
Okay, good job. And use the help action, so. Crit. Right in the canut. Alright, 35 damage. Alright, he's on the brink of death. Yeah, you're going right in the canuts.
Is he falling down?
He's not prone. You hit him again, and that drops him. Crashes onto the ground and kind of lands face first on his shield, and all the arrows impale his face. And yeah, his legs are kind of facing you, and you know now why his name is Nut. He's got large nuts. Just can't help but notice
Just
that.
one though.
Move up there, and then
It's like that
I'll
hill
use
giant.
my bonus. How is this guy armored?
Not so much. He's just wearing
Alright.
like kind of a bit of armor.
Okay.
He's just got shin guards. That's all. Reinforced
Does
shin
he have
guards.
a shield?
No shield.
Just his beard.
All right, then I'm gonna try a Great Weapon Master on him.
Okay. 13 misses.
All right. And
He's going to use his reaction, and he's going to riposte you with his spike belaying pin. He swings back at you using his reaction because you missed. Wah! Thumps his foot onto the ground, and he hits
does he
you.
have the psychic thing on him?
Even if he gets a 6, it's still a 20, so it's still going to hit you.
Oh, I was thinking.
Is it a 1d8? Oh, it's a
D6. So 22. Make a strength save. You hit for 11 piercing as he wallops you with the belaying pin. Doesn't knock you over at all.
Okay.
Nilron just runs. Ah, you bastards! You'll never get to me alive! The wolf is all kind of squeezed in. It tries to snap its maw at him and bite him with an opportunity attack. And he casts shield. Wow. And he's going to block that 18. As he seems to...
Where is he running to?
The throne. He said like he could take cover from by the throne. He said so. He's making his way.
Something on, there's something on.
by the
There's
time
something there.
by the time he gets there, everything's going to be dead by the looks of thing. And he takes a dash action. Roderick.
I'm gonna go for this closest wolf.
Right, you have
'cause it's
advantage.
a monstrosity.
Do you want to Hunter's Mark it?
Yeah, put that on him.
Who you calling a monstrosity? It says.
I'm calling you a monstrosity. If you weren't, we could be friends. As in, you could be my minion.
That's a hit. Ah! What do you have to offer? Ah!
Hello, friend.
Your subservience to me.
you have
in
to-
the name of Simuanya.
Yeah,
Or Sylvanus.
he's just like, you can serve me while you're just filling full of arrows. Norin.
Yep.
That's Norin's default greeting is "Hello, friend."
Pardon?
Yeah, even when he's going to cut someone up.
Yep, he really is. He really does.
Yeah. I guess there's not really a whole lot I can do about him. Whatever the hell he's doing.
Yeah, I don't trust him at all.
I don't either.
The throne, it's good cover!
Bullshit. If you don't come back here and help us, you're dead.
I'm gonna put
a bit
javelins
hasty.
in that wolf there.
That's a hit. Now you pierce into the side of its hide. It yelps and can barely stand.
I roll 1s and 2s for damage almost every time.
That's a crit. Right! I'll join you, my loyal dwarf servitor. And you just impale the winter wolf straight through the throat with the javelin as he's saying
I don't
that.
believe him.
They're evil creatures. I don't believe them. I think that's gonna be it.
Thomas.
All right. You know what? Our little ankle biter friend gets a firebolt. Or not.
It's a miss. Alright, Bjorn is going to attack you, Ren. You're not getting these eggs, he says.
We don't want them.
And he hits for 16 piercing damage. Make a strength save or be knocked prone. And he's going to take another swing at you, Rend. It's just not causing you to budge. And 28. The Synaptic Static's not going to help too much there. You hit for another 12 piercing. And he kind of shakes his head. Seems adamant in protecting these eggs. And he's just holding his ground.
Oh wait, if the Synaptic Static... Oh no, 28.
Yeah, it would
Never mind.
hit you no matter what. Lily.
Alright, I'm feeling a little repentant after that fireball. And I don't
He's gonna
wanna...
aim it here this time.
Yeah. I think I'll be a little careful with my AoEs and instead
Yeah, pissed
I'm gonna
off at
throw,
the eggs and fireball them all.
I'm gonna go for this
Leroy
giant
Jenkins.
with Ding Dong Doom for the giant.
Okay. And 16. It's a fail. He takes a little bit of damage.
Nice.
I swear to God, without Thomas, I'd be the worst wizard.
Alright, the Winter Wolf actually skirts along here. Ah! You're all dead. The Jarl will have you for dinner. And
Go after him.
it
What are you doing?
kind of jumps up, turns its head, and strafes Snorin and Than with its breath weapon. Ah!
If it moves like that, just kind of straight in like that,
Yeah.
I'd still be able to get me and Dan anyway.
You wanted to do it like that? Let's stop him
Yeah, I'll do an opportunity. Yeah,
there.
opportunities.
Yeah,
Might as well.
that hits. Now you stab it in the leg, stop it in the place where it is. It's still able to get both of you in the cone. The Winter Wolf's hurt. It's hurting. It's a dex save, but if you made a con, just
Oh,
use
shit,
that
sorry.
roll. Than, you're hit for 8 cold damage, and Norin, you're hit for 16.
Yep.
Alright, this wormling opens its mouth, tries to take in a bit of a breath, and doesn't seem to have any more breath left, so it actually just starts biting on the giant's leg. And it misses.
Good boy.
Just snapping like a wild animal. Than.
Do we want to get this? Do we want to allow this guy to reach the throne? Or no?
I mean, we
probably
can
not.
deal with him later. I don't know.
I say not. I say we jumped into battle and he just ran away. So it looks like he's going for something.
What's this treachery? He yells out. The throne's good cover. I don't know what you think I'm playing at.
Uh-huh.
And he starts
It's like
searching around in his pockets. Wait a second. Which one of your fuckers has my scroll?
Yeah. What's the scroll do?
It's
Half of us
definitely
can't
not
even
behind.
read.
Oh, I bet he was gonna try to teleport away.
Who knows?
Oh, you've gone and fucked me now, he says.
All right.
He doesn't make any open threats, like he hasn't attacked you.
Yeah, he also hasn't helped us at all in this fight, and he said he would.
He's going to the throne. It's good cover.
Mhm.
Staying out of our way.
So do we
the
stop
legs
him,
of these
or
thrones there.
Yeah.
Look at them.
I-
That's at least half
stop
cover.
Are we going to try to stop him? Yes or no?
I'd say yes. You got my vote.
Cast banishment on him.
Oh shit.
All right,
That's the way to stop him.
go for it.
Knocking him out also might work.
Yeah, but just for now, at this.
The spell fails, Dan. He's not close enough.
It's 60 feet.
You're 75.
feet away from him.
Oh. Oh, shit. I thought I moved in range. Sorry.
Really? Like here? Oh,
Yeah.
You could
Actually,
dash.
no.
You can dash, can't you? Bonus action.
Well, I could very easily get in range with him. I forget where I was though, but it's
You
okay.
were
It's
up-
failed. It's fine.
You're up there.
You move 30 feet.
Yeah, I moved 30 feet. I could have very easily gotten to him. But that's
If it's an invalid target, it does consume your action, but does not consume your spell slot.
okay.
But he does see you
And-
casting a spell at him, and he kind of scowls at you. Oh, you want to play like that, do ya? Try to banish me, do ya? Like he knows what spell you've cast as well. It's got a range of 60 feet! He yells.
Shit. Alright, I will put the help action on this giant here. And my turn. I was a total fail, sorry.
Okay. He needs to make an intelligence save as well for his last turn. I don't think he's going to get out of that spell. Alright, Jarek.
Well, that's all interesting. Very interesting. That's 10. I still can't see a whole lot there. That's 20 there. Now I can see. Roll Rand. I don't like that color around you. I'm gonna shoot at that giant right next to you.
One of the spikes of the Morning Stars actually come off and is just lodged into Ren's ribs.
Sorry. Rand, that doesn't look good.
Nope, it doesn't.
At the giant, are you attacking?
I am, yeah. I'm
Alright,
attacking.
first attack has advantage. Than's flipped at the bird. That's a hit. Slams into the giant.
Alright, let's move it backwards.
Alright, you push him back.
Don't hit the eggs.
He just kind of hits this wooden brace, this peen.
I know what you mean. I'm paranoid about him now.
That leaves the dragon only in range of Renda.
And you hit him again.
Alright, let's move him again.
Alright, he can go this way. 10 feet to the east. Slides along the pole. Does a bit of a pole dance. Bit of pole sliding.
Nice. And then I'm going to try to hit the dragon. Actually, that's a little teeny tiny dragon, right?
Yeah, it literally just hatched.
Yeah, so now I'm going to hit the giant again. Gonna quicken agonizing blast.
That's a hit. Another beam slams into him.
And move him 10 feet back again.
And a
And
crit.
one more time.
You knock him back again. The beam hits him in his chest and he slid back quite a ways.
And I will be done.
Rend.
Yeah. All right. Reckless attack the dragon.
That hits.
This is non-lethal. I just want to knock him out.
Okay.
If I don't know how much damage or how much health.
You smack it over the face. It just screams at you. You hit it again. Using the flat of the blade, you just smack it over the face again.
Alright.
And it just kind of roars at you. It's snapping like some sort of wild animal and like a feral dog. And yeah, it's still alive.
Yeah.
Still conscious.
That's all I can do.
Alright, Nilron. He gets his way to the throne. Finally. I've made my way to the throne. Thank you. And that's what ends today's session. He just thanks you guys. He just wanted to get to the throne. I've got half cover from you! And he pulls out a magic wand and points it at everyone.
It's some real big talk for somebody that's in fireball range.
Yeah.
Well, the one that he pulls out, he starts to cast Fireball from.
Oh. Hey, that's not a bad deal. That's a good deal because that means we get a wand of fireballs.
He could technically shoot somebody that's not us.
Yeah, he could. He could fireball the eggs, and then we have to fight 6 wormlings. Hey, Seb's already gone, right?
Hey, if they survive.
Who would have thought? Inevitable betrayal.